Asiedu Adamo. Many of the Juman and Mr. Justice Sata, and so am I back in Pine Yasam Ketwakra, and I'm your packed studio. The back on lines, Nesso, a Sansayani and Seminole at December. T. Rami. I am some at December. It's going to be a sono. At the summer will be a friend. The air will be a friend. And the time which you could cry at was ya by a live on Facebook, Asempa 94.7 FM. Asempa 94.7 FM. Johnny on Facebook. Na any shimum on YouTube so I Asempa 94.7 FM show no Sports Avenue 1 Sports Avenue 1 Sergio Manuchomi producer head of sports Professor Ino Kwasiwala Nyawalas program director Mr. Philip Osei Bonsu sports team na kanwena ywe yele jumatino ebro kama pa but we sia konkon ye je on bam ne yo na my K-Bam ointment na ken ho de eba K-Bam o se fatwi na ye form fatwi na wo ho ento enyusu cream bia keke wo ya wo ya e K-Bam na se yusu e koyi keke tikasha nti sa e fa ema me ogre na de e call live on Facebook ogre na de e komu a anya sam keto akra onya boy fufure de jai iso oba bia no akana no sa chen so kutu so ko hero menchire na gese no so ho asama na busia enen sam wo ho ye betiasim na ye de aba kejuwa na gasa ne Asiedu Boadi ye kwanim na ya twehwe the big question is on week be the big question eba and that's a big question no get the bebro na mom week ya yet to see mu and I train the verdict from CAS
Asempa FM
Gege no mo de na hwani mu na mba and ade achen so ade achen ko nima na beto mu so mo san to ahyeda na so asana di beba na party course sitting ama sympathizers of the ruling party of the Ghana Football Association Germany be to be me to trabi za koye agbena ebi so ma hu kakra ma hu from akakra kire se de na owura we for se kwakupa ma no ne sanka afi beto dwa afi yade na sansesa ade na dane yes yade ne atu ahyeda wow boy wiki mu ene beto dwa anya no nko the black maidens of Ghana, the black princesses of Ghana, and the starlets of Ghana, omo eshe campaign ase ne ka so masha said that handle say yenna no do safo an executive council member twen komo adom TV so no dey tu anim so omo train government you omo train government ansana womo atumi abora mu ahwe se campaign bit masha se ti aban mom green light mom cash kakra ometum ahye campaign stand them say chief you na no dey yi o meka so mo na ebibie na fe the team ni kwa campaign am twan aban na man fa adwen o na kakra well wiki mu ne no so e bae number 20 ye pa metema kumase asante kotoko kunkun CEO for kra mu dwan nana yao amponsa I promise it so be mo kotoko abo in Africa, and not only in Africa, the FIFA Club World Cup, yabobo team say bobia na metema kumasa sante kotoko ejerem. Yes, that is anaya bonza. Anya izo wa hye boa akese kire say kotoko boboko no obe no a modern club ankasa. Anya izi. Yekese nyina bread of life over ha. Producer Ibu na Amisti Bure. Say this is Baba Bebuare. Heart of Folk, Womane Joseph Eso, Eton Quanta, Womapai, and yet Eso Pet. There are other players also come Bonnie was a Boko Toko pain, and then back to Heart of Folk, and they say, I'm for you know, players Nibiana, 50 more, I say free, no. I say, I Dawson, like so, Thomas Abimo, Kwame Kizito, Money, and so, and so about a Remo, and other players almost so can one see wiki moi, Yachiniku, Yeba, Abesamo, Kama live on Asempa 94.7 show no Sports Avenue 1. Marika show Abeja 4 Aya Crowdada, Edgematine Ebro. The big question about Basso, Shannon Somame. Now one opa Ute say a brobo sukakra about the UEFA Champions League. You better not prepare Quemuansa. Na Yashati Simone, the big question at twice them out. You do look anymore. Na and some of my titi on Kakray, maybe Abeja 4 can be minimum and not a blind check. Blind check. Maybe it's just brother who be for piano na ode afa abejafo me ma mo akwa aba
Yeah.
You be fine here.
Nyame adom boko. Asemi fie.
Hey, why don't you see an music saying? I can't do it.
Ska we nya dollars.
It's your best sense.
I cannot say this to
unya. Next week is your benefit.
Enya she. Ska we
Okay. Yeah. But you're joining on Facebook. I Asempa 94.7 FM. The UEFA Champions League. Separated the boys from the men. And then Real Madrid for a book against Man City, and of course Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo, you're able to be Mr. Champions League. Now so I'm come here and so on come, and then so you're shedding more say Barcelona, and so be Jan nice against Napoli, and then of course there will be
Asempa FM.
People feel say a done deal, and others also feel say there's going to be a miracle.
Stop using English. Game man for so it's so simple.
I missed no.
I will try use bro for work that qualify that match in a useless match. Of course.
A useless match.
A part of almost 2 teams, pre-season training to the start of the 2020-2021 season, and Champions League now. It's just on paper.
Wow.
In practice and count.
Now more, do you know what can have for trouble we?
Well, it's all about players if clubs in recent years. And Enrico, I was say you to me kind of when you say media, ours is to inform, educate, and entertain. And when we are informing and then we are educating, probably someone might not understand. Some of the fans need so emotional and so kind of cry. Now, but
what I then I just said the all kind of moment no cry.
Eso is the best player of how to folk.
Almost someone to say oh the best player.
He was the best player from 2017, 18, 19, 20.
My boss saw buy and it goes to near Kenya and Kenya.
The Eso's way style of play. Oko Ebuswado so no fan, but he was playing behind Nicolas Jan, who was then the goalkeeper, now lead goalkeeper of Ghana. Now playing behind Nicolas Jan, no, on any day say obey all the dirty works. Now we deliver pass, and then when coaches need now more hard to focus, I realize say look, such player or quality say to me beat 1 man 2 man. Let's put him in front of.
Come. So you are saying say House of Folk have lost their best player.
He is their best player. They should admit that. Admit your best player. I bet you Kokotokwa. I bet how you. Or you onimbo bo. Eso onimbo bo Ghana. Who you top 2 players are. At first it was Sonny Yakuba and Joseph Eso. Yakuba call free. Eso so call free. And we are saying say these 2 clubs shouldn't be losing their top stars. And now you can. Eso onimbo possible. Currently has a folk player. Cheme has player onimbo.
Yeah, but blind checker. You bet yes, and Joseph Eso opted for only 1 year contract extension, contrary to what Haas were requesting for. His demands caused our decision to part ways with him. Opariado is quoted to have said that. Say, you know, no money ready someone the man or no only a year contract extension, but has of folk pay say money 2-3 years also per one. What's that? Okay. I don't understand some so AC at your hormone. I mean, see, so let's go in there. Not yan share.
Pacho, don't go anywhere. Before you even enter, no. Pacho, we Michia, Yabra Pin, and I'll Amponsa. Koto for some man akwaba. Now, see, I say, or for club then
FIFA Club World Cup.
World Cup. Charlie, the gentleman has a very short lifespan at Kotoko. Oh, very short lifespan at Kotoko.
He didn't know Canada.
Oh, the gentleman just signed his football death warrant yesterday. And sign. Oh, chairman.
I mean, 2 channel.
Me too. A channel doesn't have any influence on whatever I'm saying.
Sana.
Me say, Nana Yamponsa, and don't sign the death warrant in football. Only Kotoko now on the whole Africa, the most politically inclined club in Africa, Kotoko. And Yamponsa, it doesn't have any constituency in Kotoko.
Asempa
FM. The first thing to manage the emotions of the supporters.
Eric Asiedu Boadi Avenue 1.
The United League starts no only first 2 matches. I mean, proud to enter then only constituency on Pachamano.
Why are you being a prophet of doom?
I'm never a prophet of doom. What I'm telling you is, the first duty. I tell you, be a Cromo, I na Omoyamo Bain, and no kind of cringe. Obiama kai habit mensa nyo be yen ba kun eye ibima
Asempa FM
so ka so kotoko de obetete nkwara no ma da so otu man ko cry emotions no tama bufu ya na mo to nyama papa so no ko mo tama so mo jibibi dukọ ba enhye bogase edikan mo bia mu se wo baba yibibi na mo no ohia mfie mienu miensa enan nti first year no hwe wey second year ukọ ha third wa odu sei na kotoko na obekọ club world cup no na fe ene experience of Tunis. It will take a while. Kotoko can never start today. Na next season
Asempa FM.
Now Uji Africa na wako club world cup na ko nkunya ho. Dabi. I'm prayer ho. Ya prayer ho tu.
You call blind.
Click no party gidi na okoba kono so musu sa. Asema ya say esoko. Sango fu mienu mu. O de ya fere yenkum na we mu de.
Na amisi de kan mi ntwa na no. We ye be pam coach o. Yeah, esoko next season no mo bresa, no mo be pam coach.
But are you sure he was their star man?
Wana.
Eso
But we can ask him.
was he their star man?
Oh, of course, yes. Until okay, no, yes, star man.
Uni McNonan, I quote McNonan. Had to folk. Oba the first game we keep coach so kaya.
No, once I
got okay, McNonan.
The be yes strike and she go. Like say, and the football no assistant. Nipa no SC chances different on she go. What is the overall contribution of the player on the field of play? On she go no then no ye. And nipa bi person bosia. When the goals are not coming no, esa we give become and don Gabriel Jesus. This is in goals and him Man City. But she dwuma ndo ye. Mistakes are when my dey we chiri no. Okay, on na ultimate my goals in buy. But on season we can't say Man City match we Gabriel Jesus ko jeni ma wan fusuro. Enti no say goals in mba ye additional role
Asempa FM.
It mean the year coach be able to good. Because in absence of goal or you at the for a boa team no. And never no overall contribution of a player. But come on no she go saying and she go saying. Go ni man say other roles to perform the and panu so. But that guy was their top marksman in the league.
I quote
last
McNonan. Or see.
Now okay, omone ayenya asem no. Aye Miami Junior Thomas Abbey. Then Omega fan ho. Aba minimum no from under 12 on pen wasem. But here Omega fan ho. If you can either player come what you man no. But he is not that type. Don't find maybe a cool. Also manage players and say ding. And also you know botre. And now we don't employ the right people also. And structures in the world. Now we can anchor structures all pa. Nanka your home yes obi so meja me crab Macquarie president of another club, just simple as that. And then man of fame, and then all the film.
I also can't be seen an eye upon Sundays.
No, and you know, Nanya be a abetcomi, Ofiana, just like that. The more tender. I know what Midema, a channel or house of folk.
Not too many.
Was a unique crackers and now what can I say about I mean, for those was it also day
or try buying?
I buy Ghana football as a plan B anyway. That's the bottom line. Uti Mr. President. Do you kasai with Vim about air football national teams? And the team and FE. And then almost story some year. As a BNB. Ghana football plan B and South Africa. Baby, coronavirus no. Does or power on elbow ball out South Africa. Ghana football any plan. Now, yet that amount of goodness and I pity those who love football because Simple they just take everything wholeheartedly. Without trying to go into what they are saying. Go back and play Mr. President the voice about that national not zero kind no. One out here
Asempa FM.
Thereafter no, ministry be can send a chair. And then omo atimi no mo dia no. Omo so mo dada am for say oh, ye dis ka koma FIFA ska ba no, clubs no nyam botre be say tika ka different and omo so say ye twan aban. Nyama no sin wiem sa eno so eno na form. E da middle. Plan B no for Ghana football. Na you see and it me wiensa so o papa na club no we say be mo wiensa mo for say come say for dia sport yes say
wiensa
yes say nyam closer utumi bie amama for Germany but then you need one stage the compa ya keta so ni nyina ye bie so and then Australia for fund 2500 oho no be coronavirus na do omo fund 2500 maximum because be am at team England for say next month less than not more than 15,000. So be able to my space out. Ghana Indian saying Kromo hano msi say we see ye the steps in the bar from high be quiet in the first plan.
Yeah.
But hano echina draw ya to fame. Ya announcement Sunday. It take effect. Nipa no ada no. Then
Asempa FM.
Football no plan bien ho. Between government and the FA no. That coordination and that plan. I say yen ade see no so asaban ni. FA no so dey ni. I say meet at this level no. So that if because FA to win from aban.
Yeba fear. Yeba blank check. Yeba program.
Mr. Rose kan actually you need plan bia brofon sa na dasa.
Eric committee be calm Mr.
Eric. I'm say last week see ya yanka topic anti. I'm say some ranting when we entertain you more. You will lose focus. But just a quick one. My missing tears say it just takes
Asempa FM.
It takes one day say they be transform nema and me who say aban no ye bibi and just this morning so my intercept aba FA no ni plan okay say be kan wa ha be 2 weeks ago say FA ni plan bia am
you twa video
nyame adom my intercept omo plan no and omo plan is dated 3rd August. Mr. Mikasa Krans August no do. It's not to say anything, but all that I want to say is that Sisia Nyamiado me sa come plan no. And Nyamiadma emreba mo yebekum. So they have a plan. Now they have a plan. Abayno so my intercept another document. National sports policy. Mr. Kraso.
National sports
policy. My developer. And they have called all of us to make inputs. In terms say going forward in some I can who say they make say when they say the media is negative, the baby media compare no, they are not negative because now there are not negative issues to talk about. Because in the past omaka negative issues now mama pay for transform ma see am for no the positive things are see now they analyze it. Until the American say hanmon ya can the negative things and pay for no ya they will not change from their ways. What you say? See, I can't say any plan. No, you can't come as you, but I normally plan about. Until now, what we do is that we will go into the plan and analyze the plan. So, it doesn't matter about
policy formulation and policy implementation. The gap between that two, no.
Yes. So today somebody has formulated it. We have to talk about it. Then give timelines as to when you better implement it. So implementation period no twemu a eno so ebe den ebe kan enti do we be o say den
kana football no aban ne efe na biom no da ben na eba
say aban no kasae
Asempa
and they never can say
why intercept
aban no kasae but the document ye na him say aban was going to lift by 31st of July and now that they have done the document I'm sure say by September and start of September day aban will lift. So me pese asma ma accuse you omo of no me so me same so my interest so but on the another issue when we get to blind checks and all kind because I totally disagree with points are Amistu Erezi here because no it's not by Jumaye it's not silent you see when you talk about constituency it takes sebi oko politics mo so no mo say Professor Jenana Ajima oni constituency. But just about 1 month here, you know. Now he's gaining grounds. He's getting confidence. First, no, painphobia near full second. Contesting a cry in this. No, he said they're all speaking for him. The same thing. Don't forget that the person or employee Nana Yawan Ponsano, I had the board chairman. No, Ona Kasanga constituency Kotoko. And we Dr. Kwame Chefi Kotoko. Even in the next 10 years, also Herbert Fee Kotoko. Almost 20 years ni. But him say it's in the Herbert constituency Okotoko. Okay. The same thing and Dr. Kwame Che Abenya constituency Okotoko or Fikotoko in the next 30 years he will still have that constituency there. And so Nane Amponsa would now write on the constituency of Dr. Kwame Che. Okay. So I don't want to be issues am me blame on Mayor Inti I disagree with him.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is
but
the,
you're not called.
but when we get there,
when we
I'll
get
explain
there.
the basics of my disagreement.
Choba joining 0249136744. And your text message. Nothing so no. Your Facebook wall no Asempa 94.7, Asempa 94.7 FM. Not what Johnny on Facebook now. Yeah, discussing now. Be the big question and blind checking in now. And how obviously the answer.
What's my friend saying?
Grace.
Ogri.
Asempa FM.
Or mine now can't. You know why? Because Ghana had no politics and almost 2 parties pay. So on to my A or to my B. The moment 2 pay. Because the Connie has a specific common problem, 1 pay. Say has special 3-0. Say has special 3-0. The one you do and you know, compare Nana with 9.5.
No, but I have given you a basis. Not in personal code into detail. Me say, also one only constituency. And I'm sure the baby or bed build on. She said
120 points. And where you want?
No, but you see,
120.
no,
120.
And where you want? 119.
Eric, Unim, it's about time. I will say a man for opportunity to be able to talk big and act big. You understand?
Second one, I'm not arguing.
I don't think say a club like Kumara Sandy Kotoko, the enviable record of match talking in Africa from the early 60s through the 70s, and in fact, we share the history of Kumara Sandy Kotoko. Every generation they make something. Maybe in the last decade, from the 2010, but even from the 2000 to 2010, Omuko finals bear 3. Before the 1990 to 1999, Omco finals. 1980 to 90, Omco finals. 70 to 90 to 80, Omco finals. 60 to 70, Omco finals. So from 1960, I started able Continental Championship. Every decade, Omco final.
Who's the team, baby?
Kumar Sangotoko.
I don't know.
That is what I'm saying, sir. They will build. They will. They forget that. They forget like teams like Horoya, teams like Canon Sport, teams like TP Englebert. They were the forces of Africa in the early 60s and the early 70s. They went into oblivion and they have come back. And so the same way Kumar Sanikoro, who was also a power force within those periods, can come back. Now, in the year 2000, 2001, 2002.
Nacho edu blind checker na yabe hurt ni na yabe call ye nim na yakọ hwe de e koso ye fam na yabe ba fie patro eno ye blind check. And before maybe a phone line, some woman afi, be phone line. See, the back of family na yabafi. And the UEFA Champions League about so necessary basso ding. 1 minute. Men check. I missed 1 minute. Far up here on the UEFA Champions League. Wanna play? Yeah, when your shows next one come out. UEFA Champions League.
I care less about from Anapa. I know family home because
you don't have time to break.
November or so, or late November, and I come has a City best Real Madrid. Sure. Last week, I'm 40. I said, and you the Biana team are best every knee.
Yeah.
And that's for the last 2 years, City has been the best team in Europe. Now, you can't Champions League now. Certain tournament, you know, you the baby count elbow. Sadly, City for me. That third factor, no money be. You don't have that history backing them.
Asempa FM.
Liverpool, Echo, Oblivion, a can't get Premier League now. 30 years not GB that. But that moment, you know, not Champions League, you know, the whole UK, not just England, though, the whole UK, team only Champions League, Bopa, na Liverpool now. But not Premier League, I only come, 30 years not to mean that. 29 years not on to mean what try to never. But what Champions League of Chocolate, you go share AC Milan, Papa B, and AC Milan. No, what question, no, that Champions League. But not fear on to mean why are the eye for fifth? Not the corner was so at times life is. City, National Obey City. The last
Asempa FM.
Unless what we are extremists, say them here 2 Man United, me 2 Arsenal, and you know, so we are there. I say me sure that pay between Chumanico Tally. The team that the guys have, if they could add that third factor to it, they will be difficult a team to beat. It's easy to say about add that third factor. No, it's not easy because no, I'm not the one make argument about Sika.
It comes with time.
Yeah, yes, I'm come by now they know. One say oh pray no be so pray and sky one no be so be. But one good thing they say, oh manager so oh good eye to spot the right player at the right time eboa. Awon team no mo hian be bebre no mo da ka ho. That's one good thing about Man City. O hwe David Silva okoya, hwe dia omugum Foden. Foden neighbor no almost so pen kwala bi dem abehim. To mo dwene future fan pima na amposa koy no dwen hwe kan ebi no. So they are always a step ahead. City team no and I think oman chance o mo create man she one kra. Don't say and if come take chance anka the least Roma de be 4 game no for the first time Andra game in the game match there were no supporters but match na me there because since I covered the buy you bought empty stadium match be no match me fair.
Is it because you had predicted
no
Madrid be free?
Listen to me now, once cast your mind match I na door so that's the X factor so much as the football match say actually na this COVID time and a very dull match but no it was as if say omo final munye muni abre e no hwe Zidane na so Sandro on no lady in terms of tactics no ono ye na pegodo abesa ono ye na abesa and hwe tama Cruz any moderate brewo
Asempa FM
team no ese kra first half no na Cruz and Makeno that space no quite because that player no go so manage or dwene ha dwene
Asempa FM
Emma Modu Jukampo later I say to me this on far way by. Remember they were just lucky. Because Kabaya and Ra Musa one J common yellow card, nan ko fata red card kampo. Since for committee na ni ebre. O hwe na no oye true tactical man for Zidane to or ko ni mebre. So all ko ba na mo so brain no. Ono ya so kwase obesi na chi. Not all times no chimba ba na brain wo mu. Nti na ma do say but I think the better side won. And Ra you say yes indeed. Man City team no so we serious they can win something for the owners of the club.
Kenyon one say Real Madrid a film, right?
No.
Because you predicted say City will eliminate Real Madrid.
Because of Champions League no. Ono ba still say usulo. Regardless of the team awo. Champions League be the first team that should come to mind Real Madrid. They know how to play it. They really know how to play Champions League. That's for that one day.
No mistakes in the hard
No
yeah. And player na san fan so kra no.
Let me say Ghana I ask me buy nya botre because what they trend officiating na buy. Once I the trade referee here. Na share mistakes are we players come Varane twice. Casemiro be committee here. Look at the mistakes about game.
Okay.
This kay ha mo be gas o adama ko jibi bi ahye ne ho. Schoolboy error. Ojo on ti ase. That's what I'm saying.
Asempa FM.
Because omo create chance kay fan ko mo share to City go ni. But the other chance mo me
so will you say Obesan Twaso predicted City are going all the way?
I say still I'm like that X factor no but best team there still me best no.
Wow.
Okay the other side Leon almost surprised a lot of people.
Now that's a vital away goal.
Utie interview some on Friday pre-match conference no Ghana ni Memphis Depay any coach I don't know what can they were in to score just a goal and defend. Not share the history of Juventus are Ciro Onyan wrong. Oh, as a coco AC Milan.
Hey,
Asempa FM.
But the way you can.
That's that amazing no Ojina
so the aim is over bomb Magic Champions League because one ben I want to mention. I say Atletico Madrid. But we need that as far as go share the we want to share as what Champions League more.
No, but the quality of Juventus, the quality of AC Milan.
Quality no, but Casino go can AC Milan umpo a no to become one. I want to come Champions League quarter finals. You must see Juventus. AC Milan Champions League quarter finals. You must see Juventus of today.
So Mr. Champions League here, you bet me be a
such a goes. And one, but what happened? Because the wrong side.
Really?
Now, Papa or no goalkeeper the 18 years. But you guys say Femina Union medal, see me if not Osun. Or no Arsenal ball Europa finals. Now on training grounds, not 2020. Now,
sorry, dear.
Yeah, so
and it is not surprising, sir. He's been sacked.
Oh, but so not okay. Part the match the day before that pre-match conference, no. Or say the future war Juventus dependent on the match. So we need the so. Then no, for breaking news. There's nothing like breaking news about that one.
Like me can say or not?
No.
He was just there.
What I break it?
And
unless one see the
there's been names back up crowd that said they're going to take over.
Thank you. Not that those names, no. Not sure on this uncle for no. What do you want to
the quality of Juve no yes area.
No,
Okay, so thank you. Thank you.
But what might be no.
Yeah.
Baya Bisadam for so many matches.
Say to Mr. Champions League is out. And everything. Mr. Nay out. Equal Champions League is also out.
Yeah, I think so.
Champions League is out. Equal Champions League is out.
Yeah. Earlier this week, Mika said, I think said this season may be one of the seasons I new winner of the Champions League. You know, said 2012 na Chelsea be winning. You know, and since then,
Asempa FM.
And so I'm tempted to believe say this year will be the season I be new winner. No? And outsiders. I'm tipping Atalanta. But me tipping. No, I'm saying I'm tipping Atalanta.
Okay.
Then Man City ain't yet so convincing. And
before you continue, I missed the year canon. You think Atlanta has it because when it gets to a point, there should be that extra factor for you to win it.
Fortunately for them, no. The top teams, no, maybe we Bayern. The top teams now do not have those taps again. Maybe to say even Barcelona. Ask yourself, say the likes of Messi, Suarez, this Frenchman, Griezmann, that firepower. No, do they still have it that they can change games? And Ronaldo in a bit. But the question is, do you have another person? Who said the Madrid? They won those Champions League in succession. Was that they had certain three players one can take the stage and change the game. Only one the other can take it. They had Ronaldo, they had this Wales boy, Bale, they had Benzema.
Even from bench.
Ramos.
They Ramos, but you can't. So at every point in time, one of them can rise to the occasion. What I say, you ask yourself, say, and then Barca team no, Messi and rise here. Can any of these two rise to that occasion? Especially see you away to say near Mr. Champions League or Juventus now. You get it. You are not getting it. And no crown in Man City maybe somebody wants to mention Sterling. Me personally about De Bruyne because he will create the opportunities. But the question is, so create 20 how many can be buried by Gabriel Jesus or by even Raheem Sterling?
The one that you're going to get stuff.
That is the point. That's the point. Now, that's what I'm saying. He will create.
And I make one a one.
Chandra and that form man na Benzema one. So no player papa Kobeshe Mona hat-trick. Because you could see say it was one of the days na Benzema had everything right. Hardly did they have, I think, one shot off target penny boy. On all the shots in now on target.
You know.
You got it. But these were not even clear cut chances at anybody home. Most of it, or football with the back facing the goal, but or try to turn. And they are very difficult to play against an experienced side like Man City now or back against the pool. That's our ultimate turning. So where were the players? And yesterday, for me, Zidane had everything right from selection, from tactics, everything.
Selection.
Obviously, he had selection wrong. Because Hazard had no business in the game.
Oh, no. Name one for me. Okay, right. It's a selection.
No, me see. He had everything wrong. No, he had everything wrong, including selection.
Okay, right.
No. What was Hazard's business? Okay,
right.
But he had everything wrong. Me see, Zidane had everything wrong, including selection. Hazard had no business.
He's not fit. He wasn't fit for the game.
That's the point.
So you start and no and far.
You see
him out.
Me.
And the reason Vinicius didn't play yesterday's game,
that's the point. Vinicius should have started because who him? You see that Manchester City defense is no defense.
No.
Defense a Bale Bobia go through. I mean Benzema Bobia five among the defense go through here. So you need somebody who was going to have the ball on the back through the center area. And then your friend saying Hazard, he was all of the time on the rings. Even when it comes to say Yambwa the midfield, the three to stop the Bruyne crowd, but he was. I know the man will move Bruyne terminal. And it also tells. It should also tell Zidane say going forward, he cannot continue to be even Spanish champion with that former world champion was that world champion. What's his name?
World champion.
No, number 10.
Luka
Modric. You could see from the face, say Akwe or Teso.
So
That's what I'm saying. But you see, you can't play. You see, playing La Liga. I mean, Syria. Different.
No. Please, point of question. It's no more Syria J. That's not one team. Syria J.
You see, playing the Italian league, entirely different. One would say AC Milan Ebam. Do you know why? Because the Serie A needs experienced players to play. But Europe, you need players with firepower who can play 120 minutes in 90 minutes. And then Zidane, no. Because me and I who anything different a Man City boy.
No.
Except that their usual baller, Pep Guardiola, or Peso Okuaman from Manti, we are playing high attacking football. Whether you are defending or you are attacking, or more stack or attack from the opponent's goal area. And look at the first goal, for instance. First 5 minutes, now Madrid are committing our 3 errors from that game.
Yeah.
Who said last year? Okay, my analysis was I say before FIFA be allow say yenji pass or box no muno. No Man City, that's it. No Man City 1,800 passes in their box. Running here, no, yes, I didn't that. And the idea no buy no, they were expect. It is also
better than they do.
You can't do it better. I think they are in Sheffield. Every time Sheffield plays very rigid, strong defensive game. Every time Raheem Sterling jinaha, Gabriel Jesus jinaha, and Bernardo Silva jinaha. Into more defenders know when you have divided yourself into 4 or maybe 3 jina at all times. So when you go kick 50 crown, Pep Guardiola will tell you say Muko jinaho. So I find no reason why, or let me use I found no sense in say Zidane was going to play that progressive football against Man City, especially when you are losing at 1-0. I mean 2-1 to the car 1-0, and you needed 2 goals or you needed to win. So I expect to say Uncle started with speed, and it brings a question to why Gareth Bale was dropped.
He didn't want to play.
No, it makes no sense again. It makes no sense again.
Coach is not pushing. Player not going to play no. Only sir, and one thing on that scale doesn't try. No sort of no. But player say, "But you call the milk maybe a one because after that's a match, maybe more." And also me assure no. Nothing partially if you.
So we also met na play mu. Because players are more injuries baby, no not play more. Injuries no ba more. Then we also bet na mu crack. So if you are going to play against team or more speedsters, because Man City can guarantee you our 5 speedsters, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva, David Silva, even De Bruyne Accra.
No, but if you are dropping Bale, then Vinicius should play.
That's the point. So you need counter speedsters.
I mean,
what I say, you need counter speedsters, especially when your defense you are not too sure. Because Marcelo was not in the game. Your captain was not in the game.
Sergio Ramos.
You were toying with Militao and Fernand Mendy.
Militao did well on the night.
He did well, but in this game you don't need somebody to do well. You need somebody to do exception.
Exception, no Tio. Nipa na Bebrenani, including Madrid fans in the video anymore. He was cool headed. But the man who has all the experience in this world now.
But he's a mistake to Nifimo. Chance man of creative.
No, with that and Frank Kasem. Those 2 mistakes you film one
So Onyane tactics wrong. Apart from say Akasene's selection was wrong, especially when he was going to play that progressive football. Say my main shots in FH. And only unfortunately, the 3 midfielders they went to play that vein thing instead of and another says on about straight line. I'm about vein. Omuja Casemiro in front of the back 4, and Omumi no call high line. And better 1, 2, 3 balls and they couldn't take it from that. Your friend saying Fernandinho, they couldn't win all those balls. So for me, we have to be tracking the team with players especially offensive midfielders or more than no team kuta ball. because going forward, even the La Liga, they cannot win with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos again. Now, Juventus, I've said their problem is that they are only over concentrating on the Serie A and not thinking of Europe. Because Sebi, Ope Europe winia, unya players are full concentration over 100 minutes. Omijina so 100 minutes. And your players they want to soak a bit of pressure, then release it. You can't do that against any top team in Europe. You can do that in your friends in Syria because it's a tradition. They understand the stuff, they understand how the game goes. But when you go to Europe, to me, and they have repeated same mistakes over the years. I mean, last year your friends in Kolangin the same thing. And only say unfortunately for them, so Kolangin teams they say Yom Fimo. I mean, Kolangin teams they Yom
Asempa FM.
So second, Sarri may not be your friends, and Pavel Nedved may have to look beyond the Serie A. Also, because goalkeeper retired, defense no me say retired, midfield retired, top no back retired. Because in normal circumstances, Ronaldo is a retired player.
And you go and see a retired.
And the top two, and now about 352, and now the top two nobody can do a retired. What I say, Bonicio is retired.
Rabiot is retired. Midfield.
Goalkeeper. So you can't win Europe with this.
Only Bentancur.
You can't win Europe with it. So Amapam coach, fine. But the point is that would the Agnelli family and Nedved agree, say, if you want to win Europe, you need players sebi. Omuwa Hwadin na komedium. Plus a coach Tise Man City. Look at players at Man City bench. And the Pep can say, Masako. No one kwa. Ukra because Ryan Mahrez not bench no. Oba or you better see. And also be producing results better see. They will save at the bench. Oba be producing results better see. Your friend saying Bernardo save at the bench. Look at their bench. Their bench is somebody starting 11 and that Man City bench. Look I say Pep Guardiola. No, Mourinho at the start of season. Okay, teams that are winning league, you know.
City.
Okay, I say City, Liverpool, and City.
City, Liverpool.
I say Man City team, no. The bench, you know, and now Liverpool.
Another City.
That defense problem by now.
So, question is, does Juventus have that team? No. I agree again. Say today we have only one Champions League match to watch.
Really?
The other one is the International Challenge Cup.
What have you written of somebody like that?
You see? No, you see. Eric, you don't usually get surprises in Germany. Even results people say like Dortmund. I'll still write Chelsea off.
Cool.
Barcelona, you say right Barcelona.
No, I won't try. I'm saying Germany. Listen to me. Me say Germany. You don't make surprises in Germany. Germany won't get surprises for her. Omo nim sa man. Omo share them be players and say Jan Park so you per say ton mu na. Nti you per result. And especially a near Bayern, ekuta the most challenging team because Bayern so omo build Man City team no be. Because baby anka this Davis, Alphonso Davis and Kobetima Akoda, but Alphonso Davis cannot afford to sleep.
Alaba.
Pavard cannot afford to sleep. In 50 or save.
So it means you are tipping.
I am not tipping. I'm saying that match.
Not that much. Now the question you cry. No, I saw my notes.
Okay.
You are tipping teams that are more possible winners for this season.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's over tipping Bayern.
No, so me can say Bayern won, but me who say one of the seasons are
a new winner.
Because even the last time a new winner no or Bayern same. You get it? Because the Bayern team is very solid and they are well motivated as well. they cannot go all the way. City do not have that zeal. PSG, they are not convincing because almost top players no before they will come in the race. So I think it will be an interesting evening today. Napoli Barcelona game no is one of the games that Obia want to spend the City Kakra will not best spend there because I don't know why Sebi any reasonable person unless you want to enjoy goals. Unless you say you are born goals anymore. Those people today they want to watch Bayern Chelsea because they want to see goals. How many goals? Obi about baller. Ti so mo say ball no. Go no ba ba ma ko. Wow. Nti we wait me that kind then more of beer be we ne.
And you wait my head.
Nti ne. Obi to go we na marry 5 bottles of beer. That's a go beer ba. Ba ma ko. No there go. I'm telling you.
No, you are a Chelsea fan.
Eriko, me shall say anasa uma me starti with Chelsea.
Me say Chelsea wa ba mobu.
Eriko,
game
way there. Obviously, even Chelsea players need him say a assessment match. Na game way na Frank Lampard is starting next season. Inti O'Connor flop here, I'll bet me throw the women in the Juma next season. Inti it is just a trial match for him. He knows that no matter what, own to me overcome that
bread of life.
Own to me overcome that scoreline, no? Especially when Bayern about home, about 3-0.
Yeah.
Now Oconi home with all the qualities, with all the players available, and Lewandowski would want to make impact, would want to score more. One thing about these German clubs, especially Bayern Munich, can you say, relax. When the goals must flow, they will let it flow. Team be relax just after a goal or two. So, it is going to be a very free game. Chelsea would have to improve. It is not going to be a big margin to be at 3-0, 4-0. It is going to be 2-1, 1-1, and I say we be but
and yes, yeah, but Wallopo Chelsea
they would make impact, but to mean qualify. That is the true fact. So Chelsea won't qualify, but that large margin people are predicting. That one I know. Say we just assume.
Okay, so na Chelsea be call Camp Nou. Say how?
Yes, but
hello, Koyi Basel.
Of course, but
no, ne Bayern Munich.
Asempa FM.
Basel me Chelsea 3-0.
The make alcohol. When you 3-0, alcohol must Charlie. Barcelona, Camp Nou, Messi. Satam no.
Yeah.
Now Barcelona me for no name as team no nye.
Of course.
And you na Busquets magu you.
Of course.
Etifaso.
You can't
na Fernando Torres, King Craig, kum. Pow.
And don't forget the Fernando Torres. That's our time no experience pa.
But no matter.
Experience.
Player must want to aboka. He said yeah to Hazard aboka.
Okay. Hazard in the aboka pa.
Yeah, aboka ba yemo.
I will mention some of the games.
Yeah.
And Madrid versus Man City. So we see 1 minute, baby. Madrid, Man City.
Asempa FM.
A game back, everybody was wondering what was going to happen because even pundits be anywhere or thinking say Man City would qualify with back-to-back defeat against Real Madrid. It looks like a home win and a draw could qualify Man City, or Real Madrid a back-to-back win against Man City. Obviously, we all saw what happened in the first leg when Man City share by Real Madrid 2-1 Santiago Bernabeu. The questions were: Eden na Zidane enyan wrong, Eden na Osande ba Etihad. 2, Man City experience in the Champions League Eden. What have they really achieved? And after Pep Guardiola also able take this team, or Germany, he couldn't win the Champions League just after leaving AC Barcelona Champions League slot so the questions were many. Say, could Zidane make impact in the second leg, which Obia Zidane bet make a lot of impact in the second leg. Now we prove a Man City. Say almost but I think say Andra Pep Guardiola has something. Say on any day, Otimi assess a team now the tactics be about which me be winning. On a day, Man City obviously could have considered a goal. Everybody knows a Man City. The ABCB consider goal. That was why people were still confident that Madrid ever eliminating Manchester City because no matter what, Obe consider goal. But Pep so realized that not know. Then I have to also score. And another advantage say or capitalizing on the absence of Sergio Ramos. Every good coach will capitalize on that. Your best centre back, I say Liverpool ball, what is a Van Dijk out of the game. Obviously, you are happy that Lovren or Matip will be out, you could take them and then score. And it was one advantage of a team Man City. Say Ramos in you, so let's capitalize on that. Now, on one occasion, say no pressure, no air caught Varane. So do you know why? Varane is a good player, but you are playing against all-round running team, which on any day they be more flair, more pace. They could run at you on me picky 50-50 balls. On the pressure better, so they are angry. Raheem Sterling, Foden, opportunity was given to him, and the questions were, why not push Gabriel Jesus and then play Riyad Mahrez and Raheem Sterling to put more pressure? No, I'll play Phil Foden. Not Bidioma, so the surprise were many, and you could saw the impact that this Man City team made. Omu will say, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, Casemiro, the flair midfield now. They be ball. They look at Zidane, Benzema. Now with the boss name mano say onko to 20 nano because Omu will say. They are aged. So these two players, Modric and Kroos, they look forward to a Benzema. And now, ultimately, Maki or Modi, a solid midfielders nearby. I say, look, run at them. Kevin De Bruyne, go to the right side. Namunya Bona, Farmer Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, you just be running with them. Run with them till they are tired. And it really worked for them.
Okay.
And personally, I made predictions, say Man City would progress in this Champions League. Why? Because Pep Guardiola have really learned. We won't say to beat Real Madrid, I have to do this and that. And then fortunately for him, one bed in Nanka bet me a so amani the progression I have very dangerous. Amani was Sergio Ramos. And the absence no idea another 50% advantage for Man City. And then of course me a capitalizing win. And then moving forward, Man City opportunities nearby, they are not able to score. I think so one of the things are like is here just goal scoring. That Man City I name so me share 5-6 no. In the Champions League it doesn't come said the na pen no. Until if they really want to improve or move forward, these are some of the games also to me to don't forget 2011-2012 Chelsea winning. Time omuji Champions League not top 4 cry in the EPL no munka normal pamom coach amama the assistant coach Di Matteo abe take charge now obiasi ebuakim. And so Man City not being able to win the Premier League doesn't mean say in the Champions League so ultimately make impact.
Okay.
And then another inspiration for Man City Tottenham Hotspur. Last season we also saw what Tottenham did. Team are 1G Champions, 1G Premier League. Now with me make it to the finals of the year Champions League means that when you are able to put things in order, to me winning away games, which I was starting with Real Madrid now, you could progress. And then ultimately we need to ask 1-2 away games. You put pressure on your position, be home, or be cause blender, then you put the balls at the back of the net and right. Now, third Juve Leon.
Asempa FM.
Juve problem is not coaching because Massimiliano Allegri and so no G Serie A. Oje no na Champions League no so kwa emfa. Then make I say prior to the start of the season.
On you say you.
Ose.
On you need to last 2 matches.
Difference be any difference.
Points of 83 as against the average points of 85. Difference be any.
How that the average
No, I mean on the 83 points.
Anyway,
the highest the last 9 years.
85 83 then and also.
Yes, but I'm
playing in the final and being knocked out in the knockout phase.
You see, you forget that's the year of homecoming. Homecoming season. No, the Mancini has come. Allegri, wine. Obia Bafie.
Players no quite young.
Sorry, Obia Bafie.
Massimiliano Allegri yes to do Juve na hina no do.
And yet say the problem.
Now the first is Uba Yamponi. And they Yamponi no so. I some permanent fast. What chakra?
Eruko.
Hey. Tonight to the win poto. Passa. It's Mabet Digro for.
Emma Italian Serie A no crano. And Kofobe started raise it doubt on the Italian Serie A.
Say
clubs ni nyadi.
CRG.
say clubs now mo boy Italian Serie A no because in the last 2 seasons Lyon Ajax and eliminating Juventus FM which raised a lot of issues on the Juventus team.
Don't you think the temperament and BB of the Champions League, is different from the league?
Lyon the 7th.
Oh, the 7th on the our log and also. And
a bonnet 2 legs. Be able to
me.
So I'm Man City never.
Lyon class more competitive games. Papa Bia from match.
And who say?
Lyon is City. I'm say.
On to me, City. You can beat. You can put everything. About born home and away. About Ponisa. Hey, Lyon, City.
Asempa FM.
About bonus Saturday. So Erico. Now with Juventus. I think say Portugal. But I think say Juventus next season would have to. If some Pamu coach, the coach or my Pamu confirmed. The coach for a bar. Coach at any time Biano obey to me always have Champions League confidence because Serie A and Dawson now everybody is looking up to the Champions League. Players never honor drink keke o bobo ni wiye na san na Juve akofa player we Liverpool player we American
but
Liverpool
what you don't realize is that when Juve kofa omuba have you realized it?
But they don't win Europe. But they don't
win Europe unless you are going to tell when they come they don't do well.
Let me say I'm on Bessa because
Kadira no one quite bad oh.
Let me say
but Kadira acquired to Real Madrid Champions League.
Yes, of course.
But
what you Chesney down them
Chesney at Obian person be who no poem ni days
what about over here there
Erico, look, even their goalkeeper.
Almost for the output, could you quadrant ball Juventus yenye? Is that what you're saying?
And
because what we
are now ball.
That is why I'm talking about sorry for you. It goes to a point as a quadrado banning him.
But Erico, Juve team no change of players. I will say Juma. If some assistant coach, I will say a complete change of players in the team. Say the bear I'm to me players I'm to me running more because you could see say Lyon were very comfortable. They realized they also picked inspirations like na team one I ask last season to be share no uniform we could also do something so let's go all out. I know say the coach just go all out and play your normal football. The only danger man in the Juve team was Cristiano Ronaldo and it was obvious and baby Ronaldo Ronaldo needs equally good players to make his effort show off. And I make us say
5th minute
and Ronaldo missing a team Juve team ni a good one and Ronaldo come to me 40 goals they are goal king war Serie A.
But you have Baila, you have Higuain.
Look, the team is Higuain aged. Ronaldo 35. Higuain aged. You
cancel of Paris Saint-Germain.
Young boys are more do sex.
Like Adamu did with Mate pay teams are call the way. Was Atlanta? Was say Ojidi say we are going to have a new winner. Do you think same?
A bit Messi. Man City could go to the finals. I tip Man City to go to the finals. Obey Lyon. If him maybe moving forward some of the games may be difficult. But I wish say Man City would meet Barcelona in this Champions League. Now we Barcelona, now we Spain teams now we to me akwaji. I wish I wish they could meet them even before the finals or in the finals. Now but Pep Guardiola this season looks more determined in the Champions League rather than the Premier League, which it is our effort now we put in. This is only to me determine a Pep strategy or to me the player be able or to me for the incredible next match but now say Raheem Sterling could bought force 9. Now, or the Kevin De Bruyne acquired to me could bought force 9.
Did City convince you and Ra? Did City play City near Nelboy?
I think say qualifying alone is a convincing. Qualifying alone against Real Madrid means that it is not about playing very well. Knowing your opponent's strategy. Now as a sound the way switch to play. Now wait to me assure you don't have to play the best of games to win. Now Chelsea need Barcelona game. No be about defense. But by Fernando Torres cover a ball, so you don't need to play your best in the Champions League. It is home and away.
Okay.
It was a share now to me you open it.
Mr. Atta, we are Real Madrid. Welcome. And I mean, we be now we see commentary so. Madrid fan.
And I shake many doctor for I mean
Oza. Did I wear name from a chiza?
I didn't say
I mean the Akosukra.
Never no just na ye hu hwenye
ya na wetin no point na pa ka metimi ya magic
sa ho
e ho dey some very important
ya be fi do
Mr. Kennedy Amoakwata
yes
e chair won
champion
ne ade
say and na me be fi mi hu sa me nko 4 year for sa me fa
Madrid fans ana me bi ko to Twitter go fo twa bom sa some say oskani na all cast be 30
yeah
enye cast keke
yeah
so top
sanity
or Porsche cast 13
sanity
na ba ko no 14th no ba be toso 14 no so ne ba no fan to ade wachi na ba na de akopem
yeah
you know nothing spoil ko budget
oh yes
seamless
you see
the most expensive car
but
the most expensive car
Oskani
birthday and not toy
but Osika
and akopem
but
the most can be no odi asimo to sabe so
Ono meeting no my meeting no.
Oh yes.
Oh cast 13 where you apprenya here. Make a Corolla be na boy dia ko.
Me omo analyze the game no na fahin na pep yes any ayim kontompo kwa. Ayim kontompo.
Asa say.
Na when ya defender be no ye mistakes na oboduma we that is way.
Varane so there.
That is way. That is way. Omo nche that is way.
Varane pia to ana pau.
Na wa brashe. Me wa brashe yes that is. Na pep na mama yanyi home because me nyame kan say this time no na enye say Real Madrid no na Champions League no
Asempa FM
no Champions League common de no Zidane anka
well go fast ba in the beginning of the season no ka say afi opeso league okay
and we shall league no class na ekoye na Chese league na nke ofiri mu say anka ba hanopa ken na ye pon match no Zidane ni
on pep din komo
den na pen Real Madrid pen for kwa den na mu ko she meeting na den na mbaka che Zidane ni pe waje to so 3 obaka cho se masa ye nya de sa wo ye sa kwa de ho wo be ye intino Real Madrid lusu ye players need the coaches na coffee comfortably and ra omutuna blame ye ne yetiana me na me drag and pen analysis me coffee omo na na go for mo coffee kra na omo ni age ana me drag me hu baby am because me don't care me say na me baba no one na certain people omo ba analyze pep
and yeah me
and me person mo tia says me say pep and no one mohu oh and now that be and now say pep say oye coach pa na nka so Real Madrid frustrate ni you say yes
one no
na nra ye mamu 2 passes scram po mo ntimi an share yi isi
I say obi ko na mo ko la akwale ball no to fo say wa bu me ba mo jamba nti mo me wa show
oh inti Eric ni America ne say me ni ane de ye ma ro pa Juventus so mbe ko so aye sa pa dia omu defense and next time on first route no more before oh yes Eric na because nya timwa mo chese mo de say mo baji.
Well, let's hope they are going to do a new project because Yoma Pamoja for their names of Mauricio Sarri or the return of Allegri or names people baba up or they could try one of these young coaches amoba
yes yes
Yama project Arabia or any of Makakranenko
uncle minim denti mo pengu krasa mo pengu krasa
koja kukra Italy there Sani yeno
oh
Italy there
Debbie enti ene teams bebe ya omu nyina kuta nyon coaches nti wu kra
former player bi
men wan kra mo per Champions League aje.
But I don't know how Zidane didn't be panning out because they are keeping tabs of Zidane seriously.
Yes.
And Zidane's return to Real Madrid the helm because someone pack one palm and be there more.
And so much
skirmishes kakra.
Zidane continue feature.
Not one person back. So to the book kakra.
Obi a open the debut and out in fie.
But ben wan say better sorry Misty. Yes Zidane a jai high kwa.
Eric bet me because he's a big manager. Yes, or a big manager and he can decide at any time.
I'm saying because skebe na no so
O cash there. There be no one there. Menye so pesoko.
Kata for scan.
I heard you pesoko. Menye so.
No. Yes, some pesoko. E better no so yes. Canada.
No, but as a young could start to career kama. Clean.
Na so hot way Ghana player. Hot there can say.
Too early.
But only Ohono said Juventus, Madrid and Sam Baba crying na Kohono Kobeko because now Opeso arrested for just about a year. Sa back no bad Madrid you know. Na a year I say Madrid Madrid ye fie na sebe bu chapeni na wu. Asemesi enti ye pobia be di ade. Se na nye Madrid pa ka onko timbia kasa kateskan Kobeko akoje because it was too juicy and you see omo pejini keke say Zidane ekotie enya results.
Yeah. So that's okay.
Yes. I say Ancelotti this man Bukulong you be far England team.
Juan Eriksson na.
No, Italian.
Capello.
Na enya any achievement bia and no ohwehwe. Now person no so dey can be. Say me mako coach England for Zidane would go there only to make for them to see say we have brought the best coach and the best football and obi to us, but not set target be.
I don't know football. We need to watch out.
Yes,
and they're using lots of fraudulent means.
Fraudulent means.
Exactly. I'm saying no England now. I'm with England teams, you know. With England teams, yes. And England teams, you know.
Newcastle they no kwem wan come almost abe had.
No, una space England. Times I don't so I don't want the young.
I'm working.
I'm going because they need better players. No one says can I ask the problem. It's no experience. Now look at
so bad here you can buy players.
Now check your boxing matches on the call. Madam Pep Guardiola or 20 years Babedi weekend. Much ahead, you know, so Mummy Chelsea Wakata and 2 days rest. Chelsea call Arsenal before FA Cup, Arsenal for call.
As a man, you cry, man, you be fire, no, my only be fire. So I'm going to 7 days.
After COVID bomb about some cobium. You go for no more, I'm football. No more is a
plan. The Nankas done the Ombebo Kata 2022. Now I'm fine.
And I'm saying Zidane or the Monaco didn't be. Yeah. You want to be for sustainability. I don't want me and convincing too much. Say I didn't be a Juma.
Exactly.
Planet about Zidane planning ma. I can't be big across some of the count mano. And yes, he can, but be up on the count say. But I think not the say. On your Boko, but the episode so Koha, Obey Libu Markibi, so no coaching you football be say wo. I don't want to say, confirm I saw a Bushana so peb numbers of Pebeko. Because Sa brand no almost say akwai kwesi a hwan me ekofa no nti yentwim mo anwa nyina sa nti se pep lusu ma chama for buofo a
no but amo target is not Man City to win Champions League.
No.
Their target is that every year they boy Europe's top 8 teams.
Yeah, shaking a kind.
Top 8. And you be and them do achieve target. And the Pep achieving the target
is relaxed.
For yes. Yeah, of course. And say every top station be some discussion in football. You have to mention at least City and mention
SFM. They can't and
it's happening.
You know, I know you know soon.
Yeah, it's true. I think that.
But their next opponent is some young money here. They are through to the semi-final.
But like I said, Zidane or maybe always cannot work Ampa because time no buy and no quite wrong timing. This time I was saying back to Real Madrid. When you say Bibia bet Messi. Yes, into your book. Scanning the.
No, but I'm so no. Last time, quite fast with Jai Madrid no. And you know one say but
Eric, it also brings the question: are we having coaching deficit across the world?
I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. You just have to give somebody the opportunity.
Coach is bad because once now can enter Gasperini there. Coach even I don't tell us
exactly.
Coach inside there. I don't know. But go for the scan for yeah. When you go near for green, you can scan and a woman green when they get baby to know.
Yeah.
Because before they give Data Smith that opportunity, a flick the opportunity. You can't have man on any dog chance, but they gave him the opportunity to do well.
But you see,
but Eric,
Italians,
one thing I say,
and dominating terms
now
of coaching.
The young coach, oh sorry,
so say Italians, but Siciliano, top coaches in Akoya.
That was then.
They are not reproducing enough Obey Gasper.
They're looking at
Gattuso.
across the world now. Can you?
No, even still across the world.
There are young
Let's
coaches
go to
coming up.
England. Let's go to even English.
A lot of them are coming up. Yeah. We just
You see,
them say we want to go for this coach.
But you see,
That's
you
why
need to be. But you see, but can say you need to be to make dramatic turns be. And not grow. Obi say Southgate. Southgate was Obi Anami expected to that. No, so the national team. Yeah,
just know for you to grow.
Wow. Mourinho. Look at Mamicho coaches be. Ancelotti. Mourinho. Who are we even talking? Even let's take even these two. Look at how our rises so fast. They became talk of town. See, I can say we Pepper. Now Zidane. You can say a top coach, nobody top maybe pa. Look at the name say Ebre. Your boy, we have started to. No, Liverpool coach man, Pep, Klopp. Okay, Klopp. Who say your boy Juventus? We are struggling to get a coach.
No, they can give it to Posh.
Posh.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
What mean? He's one that's coach.
You can do the work.
Posh. What is that? Villas-Boas.
How can you do that?
Posh is just like Villas-Boas.
This guy. Oh no, Master Gasperni. Even coach is a referee. I asked coach tag.
Yeah.
But honestly, no. To switch to that.
No, switching is not easy. Sana only power back on switching.
Sana you can switch
There's one I asked before Tehag. One no. There's one I asked coach or you no movie bar. Crystal or Inter for the Inter new project. Or Inter back Crystal Palace still Kungrum. No, move back Kungrum, but you're so fantastic.
Eric.
Or a former Dutch player.
Eric, we are talking about coaches in the mode of Klopp. Omo Baswa. They are using a smaller team to chalk incredible, and let me repeat the word, to chalk incredible successes and results like Jose Ebano Porto from nowhere.
Asempa.
What do I say? Now, Gasparini.
And also, producer say, put up the answers here the next week. It's about why. This is the big question. The big question. Last week, Yantumi and this week, Kejua, Bayern will win the Champions League hands down. Mentality, tactics, they are on top. Tactically, mentally, PPR, they are on top. Okay, Bayern will destroy by some of them. This was not argument when the draw was made in late November. Everyone said it was cool chop of Real Madrid. Tactically, Pep was a better manager than Zidane. Zidane lost the game tactically aside Varane's mistakes. Okay. Vinicius Jr. was the man to start with Rodrigo on the flanks. Zidane should have played two defensive midfielders in the shape of Valverde and Casemiro because there was no way Real Madrid could dominate Man City when it comes to possession. Vinicius' substitution in the first leg caused Real Madrid's downfall in the first leg. Well, I think you have a point on some of the things because Vinicius now moving the and Valverde also not starting. Charlie, good afternoon, bro. Sometimes when the football gods blow their wind against you, you begin to think anti-clockwise, and that is what happened to Zidane yesterday. He did not just get his selection wrong; he got all his changes wrong. Yesterday's game in the early stages of the second half. He needed Valverde, Vinicius and Asensio finished, and City's defense could have smelled pepper. They could have been in shambles. After Juventus, until they start to pay proper money to purchase quality players, they always get bagged at the crucial points. They should go in for quality goalkeeper like Oblak and youthful midfielders if they really want to make an impact. My man, 10 men and Charles, and a day by some are analyzing it from their gains point of view. Which team is City going to meet? Similar for Swesiama, AK Sam 23. City Beshia Olympic Lyon. Yeah, City Beshia Olympic Lyon. I'm ready for I'm listening to you live. Okay. Also a Sasotien, also a taxi driver. Fast show in the agrocra. Message is never. Making can be the big question in money airport at the area. Chelsea will qualify. If Chelsea qualify next week, I'll be on your show. Okay. I got Rainford Ajeti or if the United States of LA wireless. And your problem. Let Chelsea qualify. You are welcome. Eric Kwakujanfi secretary to you all. Seth Kwesi Javimesta. So I'm enjoying the show from US, United States of Exim. Greetings to you all. Discovery Gardens, Dubai. Kotoko all the way. Kwa Bentum. Or say good afternoon. Eric, you are too much. Hazard say champion Kijua you do all. Ochabi Hazard say was from East Legon Shashi Bush Canteen. Ushe Bush Canteen in 1 hour around. Chamomi mame. Yabua calling say or if you doma you are too much. We say Arsenal. Okay, I think the topic now is Barcelona and Chelsea better suited for success in the next 5 years. Should be a politics one, but Rainford Ajete Chelsea will qualify. If Chelsea qualify, I think I've done that. The message is maybe bye back in Canada. The big question is on. T. Which of these clubs look better suited for success in the next 5 years? Which of these clubs look better suited for success in the next 5 years? Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U. Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U. I mean, see, microphone next year. Which of these clubs look better suited for success? I said Chelsea or Chimu.
Bobo teams me Bobo come and say yeah everybody Bobo ko FN Arsenal on new near Chelsea ya move London and then we fi the South region ho Manchester omu hwan and na mfie and na ye dey no mu so hwe mo ne ye a e Chelsea mo tumi ayi bi papa out football mu.
Thank you. That is a big question and live on Asempa 94.7 FM, the headquarters of Ghana Sports. I was on a big question. And remember Real Madrid, the Premier League Awards, end of season finalists. He announced Premier League Player of the Season: Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, Jordan Henderson, Danny Ings, Sadio Mane, Nick Pope, Jamie Vardy. Choose who player and I mean called a big question.
There's no competition.
Why?
Kevin De Bruyne. And yet, the whole world play bien no between. And say, boy, a years ago, there's no player in this world, and I feel Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes.
There's no player in this world. No player.
Eric.
Yes.
Very clear. Say this man is obsessed
with Kevin De
Bruyne.
Oh, for the first time.
So there's no way. Objective analysis. You see, no, hold on. I agree. He played, but you see, you don't totally shut the door on the other place. At least let's listen to you understand.
Okay.
So for you to be so obsessed with a certain player now, shut the door. No, it's totally not.
Premier League Manager of the Season: Jurgen Klopp, Lampard, Brendan Rodgers, Chris Wilder. It boils down to our discussion here of Klopp, Lampard, Brendan Rodgers, Chris Wilder.
And that Chris Wilder, the why no. I know yes. Or be about Premier League in from defense to midfield. On the two central defenders, no. Which me will lose more back midfielders. No more. Am I duplication of almost does.
Everybody may call na yashe no. That big question. What can you?
I'm so offensive.
No experience on him.
No, it's not in.
What you said. So we season it's about I want to coach Amina Damu Adwini. Me coach why Juma. That's why I can't Chris Wilder because Klopp no obvious. Chris Wilder Juma pa and me so board there at the bone no. Why Juma pa the beer tactician.
No Espirito Santo. That is a big question. Which of these clubs look better suited for success in the next 5 years? Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, Yankum. Most definitely. Mo, your microphone on a ben ho. na ma wo pen na watwero bi afine ade between Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U.
Book the whole notebook on the topical.
They won't change it.
The whole notebook.
See about
but it's good. I mean, it gives us the opportunity to be able to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Yeah, so I like it that way. Yeah, but me and it's about me to me.
Last week, send them this question now. What problem on? What's the
end? Manchester United.
Manchester. So offensive.
Offensive.
I don't think Man City come players are more than a bank. Kevin De Bruyne hanka. Almost 8-10 are.
He's so obsessed.
Hey.
You're obsessed.
Me take commentators more kind. You are several. On kind of kind. You are several players, no. And I could be Brandon Silva on the ball. On the on don't so ball to train here. So
still are you obsessed with the player?
Mo, Yanko.
Arugo. Topic we last week never say. You treaty, but you sound so yeah one important.
Asempa FM.
So we have anyone the topic bar and one will be alpha. Among these top clubs in England, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, they're weighing in the next 5 years now. Only keep more promising. So be to me, AGG trophies. Amanabe. Abedjine nimu are competing. Among these top clubs, no one able to me compete Liverpool City because Liverpool City am I say so much now. Into more from so clubs way me and some way. I'm what so England no. On bed the aba top. Me shall say if you Arsenal. We be pick clubs no 1, 2, 3. Me pick you ya. Now for me choose club. Oh looking more promising. Eriko. In the next 5 years. In the next 5 years.
I missed this all the time, Mama.
In the next 5 years, we will achieve so sorry.
And then the amount. I'll be
in the next 5 years, one factor is you be factors able to me ama clubs we and I say clubs you mo we emu ba ko betumi aye successful. And then also mo ye coaching. One factor. 2, players no, the young players no, the youthful exuberance no, which some of the teams are here, Liverpool are here, Real Madrid are here, giving chance to Rodri, giving a chance to Vinicius Junior, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Omubeyebiana. Have they planned? Have they started doing that? And Sana class.
Asempa FM.
And signings Ben Omoye. Which of the players are they bringing on board? Omukoto age players are bana. In the next 2 years, omu to mean to us. If Okoto player when over 29, it means that on to mean serve you up to 5 years. And then up to 5 years, on to mean serve you there. Then soon, also be departing to have a top player for into to me a nyasa or success now open and compete City. On the bench across sounds here another team no. And then Liverpool we're making a mark with young players and then the blend of experience 2-3 experienced players and then the young ones no. Now Yensha saying for Arsenal one thing na Arsenal successful Eriku was the era of Arsene Wenger. 22 years of serving Arsenal from 1996 say to be successful you need some certain players be over to me their ability team which I started with the young players young talented players over to me depending on them the next 2-3 seasons on be making impact amount into quickly and okofa Abrante Dennis Beckham ebaye Patrick Vieira ebaye Thierry Henry ebaye oko Barcelona ekofa Fabregas kitikiti esanso de ne baye and okofa Van Persie enso ebeka Inti this current Arsenal that structure na to young boys no are they giving the boys opportunity to display? If no, then they don't look more successful in the next coming years because they are not giving the young. So as Wenger still this plan picking that plan we implement within 5 years Arsenal be a formidable side in England to me come in winning caps. Now, coaches are back. Arsenal, in terms of their coaching, how are they dealing with it? Arsene Wenger, Eljai Ejumanu 2018. Freddie Ljungberg Befai, assistant coach 2019 May 20 na mean for 2018 biom Unai Emery ebe take over. Then later on Mikel Arteta as see our current coach. Coach back feel just 2018 no. The gap is 2 years. Omasisan coaches are in the take over 1 2 3. Yemfa Lumbe crowd no. Say obeboa caretaker. Two coaches and abeye adwuma no. Have they putting that structure of coaching together? Now, young players available with Arsenal. Na young age, na young where would these players reach in the next 5 years? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Onyini. I'm not too sure. Say in the next 5 years, Aubameyang will be as he is and make impact. Our Arsenal team no more. Ejomaji, glorious. Even in the next 3 years coming, because Aubameyang, even with his qualities, players burn on your mobile. Players burn Arsenal person motor. And I say, for players niba no me jam muko. And now the players are no fit into the philosophy of Arsenal. She Lacazette wo Ozil, goalkeeper Leno, obe replace Peter Cech, Socrates Papastatopoulos,
Asempa FM,
Mustafi, Bellerin, Guendouzi, Chambers, Holding, Kolasinac, Tiani.
As some signings, no. As
the players now, Arsenal diban unhuniye. In terms of their signing, you don't see anything. Arsenal now only stands with strikers. Apart from strikers, Arsenal any team from defense, midfield, they struggle. Will Arsenal continue to be in terms?
Exactly, chief scout Thomas Asempa.
Arsenal, a team there from us after Arsene Wenger Jai team, normal in terms team. Among top players keke, just like that. You don't see any form of promotion from the academy. When was the last time Arsenal promoted player be young boy? Yeah, man, opportunity. I'm for young boy Nicolas Pepe, and Pepe is a one-man show. Ebu is out of the game. So with these structures, you ask yourself, will Arsenal be successful now in terms of coaching problem, young players problem, signing problem, structure, and now can a scout occur? Into how are they implementing their structure? So with Arsenal, with the players available, because players you meet me able watch in the next 5 years, like Asiedu be fear, Aubameyang be fear, Ozil be fear, Ebi alone on the able to me aka because on goalkeeper Arsenal to me keep patch. Socrates wenyi obe fear, Mustafi be fear, Hector Bellerin be fear, Guendouzi. In fact, almost the players say nah, you can only pinpoint 2 players per not 3, Nicolas Pepe and Leno.
Team Ben Arteta building.
He's not building anything. He's also by Beye Jumakeke. The next 2 years, Arteta won't be at us now because the expectations, no. Obi besa ba be starting. Until Jumano, we be so man was starting. Arsenal, Beye se team be a minimum. Obi be some 2 years kaka na oko. I say yen some we so kwa no abe some na oko. So in the next 5 years, Arsenal will still struggle to make into the top 4.
Cancel Arsenal.
Arsenal is out because in the next 5 years, Arsenal will still struggle in the EPL to make the top 4. Top 4 no kwa be din. Champions League number playable
because of saying Nyamano.
Arsenal is out.
They are not suited for success.
Which means so be an me again. Now, me come in
Asempa FM.
Me be for Chelsea. With Chelsea, I'm a problem no soon. By Kitwebi. Problem no soon.
But
Kitwebi. Chelsea a problem back on.
Say sebi etwi kasa na okano onka niye e be a problem no so na mom solution ni ekitwe
okay nti ma fa solution
because okase problem no so be ekitwe bi a ye totoro
depends on how bet teach them
okay
now starting with my point
but it depends on how much you teach
utisun but omo ehia wa hanu mu nti e bia Chelsea as an individual club as Chelsea as an individual club problem no so by in a collective state of Premier League clubs no it's right.
The expression is not wrong.
No, that's why I'm saying so. Such expression must be explained.
Arugo, Uti Chelsea problem is very big, but some realize here from last season say to be successful in the coming years, which to me, 5 years we a big development plan, a planning, which the clubs will move back far no the two no so or bit my successful.
Okay.
So Chelsea started last season. They started with just one out of factors amiable boy, which is coaching, signing, the promoting of young players, and then putting up quality structure.
The same criteria now 3 teams did.
Of course.
Okay. And on the part of Chelsea.
On the part of Chelsea, we realize they say to be successful, you need a coach. A coach. I'll bet me a fat team na che or the team na juma. Now every year, who the problems with the team. Into every year, so who's a problem? Number 2, what solve it? Next year, number 3, what solve it? Ubet me a season in the next 5 years. With me, who's a problem? Solving it now, which the woman require just a little. I bet me do I
Asempa FM,
which is Chelsea. It me a Frank James Lampard coming in. People saw a lot of problems with that. But Obayeno, he has proven, say, given time, the next 2 years, Obetumi are building a formidable side.
But he's also a young coach like Ateta. But why are you saying, say, Frank Obetumi
Ateta structures no mbuano. Lampard ye beto amano. Young boys no more academies you good. Obetumi pia biashim. Ateta ye bet young tomano. Nti obe bressa, obe tiesu ye be je adwuma na efininsa, ye be je efininsa. Now with Chelsea, Frank James Lampard taking over the team from last season. Obaye na yen top players. And then another factor of signing players, which is the young players, promoting the young players, a play role. Entishe Tomori, opportunity was given. Mason Mount, opportunity was given. Already, Christiansen was a chance. And then James Reese, Tammy Abraham, Kedzuma, Gilmore, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Gilmore.
But you're time now.
All these players were given the opportunity, which is another sign of a success. Now, among all these players, unya omuni some betumi successful, but ubetumi pinpoint about 3-4 players are in the next 5 years. Eriko, you bought best players were England. You betumi abomudi Mason Mount. You be bonidin, and one player otumi born home James Reese. You be bonidin, and then Gilmore, when given the opportunity, he could also do something.
Okay.
Colin Hudson-Odoi, he has not shown anything to me. Say he's ready to serve Chelsea, and then Tammy Abraham, players Tammy could be replaced, and in the EPL, you need top-notch striker, deadly striker, a finisher, a player who is ready to die, not a player.
Asempa FM.
Yeah, until you need until with him they will have problem with him. 90 minutes now say oh yeah Juma. You got talk about as a footballer. Boy Juma, we are now home. By the time you bought 70 minutes, yeah. No who are parking so until substitutes are sound. That's all to be. Until their factor, another factor of the young players.
Okay.
Chelsea have solved that. Coaching normal solving. Now with signing. Chelsea signing bi ehu. When say Chelsea person kofa car vet ba. Oba omu man 5 years contract ya. Check it. The impact oba be make. Hakim Ziyech. The impact
Arsenal also have William.
Say na me say
Arsenal
William. No you say we
Okay, Coutinho is also coming.
Coutinho so we
No.
Oh, Coutinho to me more.
No.
Messi Coutinho won't fit in this Arsenal team.
Really?
Henrik Mkhitaryan way.
Want to me ambo.
Ozo to me bo.
You see, you are measuring different eras.
Okay.
Who were the coaches then? Who was under which coach?
Okay.
Under which players? Under what style of play? So you are being utterly unfair.
Okay.
And I may say, Mama making me points, me yeah.
Thank you.
You making me points.
Go ahead.
All right, hey, Uncle United. But no, don't waste too much time on that. We don't have time.
All right. Indeed, it's this group of players now with the coaching, the signings. So in the next 5 years, Hakim Ziyech with Chelsea, you talk about bringing about some key defenders beyond Babe implementing what Chelsea back or going to get some 2-3 players beyond Babe augmented squad. I won't be surprised say after the end of the transfer, Chelsea will get top 6 players. In the next 5 years, you could depend on. And then we go. Abrante friend no Akim Ziyech, deadly.
Hey.
Timo Werner, deadly.
Hey.
And who share their impact. And the reason why I'm beginning to fall in love with Frank James Lampard, the tactical ability to realize, say, look, what the players were back. Timo Werner, who was striker, called me playing out of the ultimate born on left side.
You say you have still not solved your defensive problems.
And I say after the end of the transfer, the players be 3 back come. Into Chelsea will augment the team. And Adebako and Lampard
He said in the next 5 years, you guys are sorted.
Yes, in the next 5 years.
How young the team look.
Then within next year, Chelsea will compete for the EPL.
Really?
Next 2 years, next 3 years, the team is strong.
Exploding.
Into the next 4 years, 5 years, Eriko, you will see a Chelsea side with Frank James Lampard, who is going to serve Chelsea for years. Obabe said, Lampard has nowhere to go.
Home sweet home.
Said the years done. Lampard they were Oba in the next 5 years, the plan is set. Belgian League, Belgian FA Cup, Champions League conquer, Europa, Shobia, and that is the structure of Chelsea, which to me, almost falling under all the categories are made to me. Now with the structure, whatever you want to do with your team. Player person manonko, Marcos Alonso to me manonko, and Chelsea are doing that. Omo will say players need be age, they won't be of any benefit. The next 2 years, who keep Marcos Alonso the next 2 years? What do you gain? I was so manoko.
William ko.
I was so manoko. Omo William the next 3 years then obey. It's of course Arsenal re Osako re Arsenal. Yoko Manchester United. United. I think say with coaching for the first time on my idea after the exit of head coach Sir Alex Ferguson, who did a lot of job for them. No, David Moyes by, Jakes by, Van Gaal by, Jose Mourinho by. Then finally they settled on Ole. Oshe a lot of comments by on to me here obey at the point of take you over Crown Champions League. He was able to eliminate Paris Saint-Germain. No, hey. Papa no bet me no. So even with all the difficulties, also to me manage kakra. Now at a point of realizing say he can't be working with players they are not ready to die for the club, and then players they are growing and they won't make any impact. Into share Lukaku or Cason Sanchez quickly or starting your moving players or move piano ni or move buy in now. No, I can't be working with them, and I started giving the young chaps opportunity. Even at the back, Krana, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, very young player, and even with players no more Harry Maguire, players on my age to go and win himself in the next 5 years, Harry Maguire has nothing to offer Manchester United. No, I know say Ole is still making a lot of effort to get some players in the team but as to when this United team will settle, that is my problem, because United. Every season, I'm moving forward. At a point, they have to settle on Bruno Fernandes. And the question is, so Bruno, any United team now, how do they move forward? Or how do they win some games? Any one problem. Now, with the promotion of young players, we've seen Greenwood making impact, and then Chong, and he's not too bad. Giving 1 or 2 years, giving more playing time, to me, some prospects. We already have Rashford, you have Masha in your team. So with all these players, I think say augmenting the squad with other quality players, because what Bruno Fernandes Paul Pogba is not too settled. Me sure say in the next 4 even 3 years.
And Arsenal they okay anymore. They all come for United. Rangers United they are not better suited than Chelsea.
Me can see yeah, me can see. With Pogba in the next 3 years, on your player likely so be United because of his style. I think say Pogba didn't buy somebody more influential, but it looks like other players simple Pogba until he is also not a player but me But you look at this whole Manchester United team, the questions is that will they keep these players? 1, 2 players Ben Omudi Baba count augmented squad, Nenya very tight squad, and then 3 Ole Gona social team are all building on. Ole Nankasa you have a man opportunity. I'm an eye the opera now. And if Ole is going to be given the opportunity, Baba Tomano signings no, you have a Tomana now. If they are going to sign for him, yes, Ole could do something with the team. But the question is, can this team in the next 5 years make success? This Manchester United team. And that is where the problem lies.
Okay. And so
Omun consistent. One, United team is consistent. Two, about the signings, they have difficulties dealing with that. Young player Wembra, young Wembra, now have problem. Three, there are some players be the next 2 years. Someone you move fit team in come in him. Pogba number one. Pogba and a goalkeeper man hyping no. Digie. There are some couple of players. Someone you move team they won't be able to progress.
all right.
Into who share these 3 clubs now? I think say Chelsea with structures, with the signings of year, even this season, you started 2020-2021. The impact of Frank James Lampard, everybody will see say, look, this Chelsea team is ready, and they are ready for success. Into Eriko,
The team that is best
suited.
No?
Eriko, Chelsea is standing tall among them.
All right. My man Mo Shabana, what's in Kano? I'm surprised. Eric thought Madrid would beat City. The Madrid team was poor pre-COVID and they played poorly in the group stages. Barcelona team was poor at post-COVID. If you are poor, you know go now. Eko Hansen and a buyer. Basa de jasano baka basa tisana baka me varani ndi ochechre ide na sana beba na kanye sadia na Da Costa Lab says City will win the Champions League. Okay. Bondem was say Odifinungwa, I love you. Man City will meet Barcelona in the finals. Oh. All right. Bakanija, I say I'm surprised at the way Madrid played yesterday. Those okay. Editing here. Does it mean when Ramos retires, Madrid will be having problems in their centre back? My Chelsea will beat Bayern tonight. Watching you live from Senya Breku. Need out there a Bayern. Mr. Nobo, your microphone and wow, Arsenal and Chelsea and a United which of these clubs look better suited for success in the next 5 years? Yeah.
Eric Medasi. Time no I'm to be the beach. Because some is so simple.
Okay, any Medasi, Infancia. Nah, the Mumra. And so all the time, Grandma, I read that.
I will say to the beach.
Okay.
Oshesana. A year more, a church will be more who fought to chess, but there are two now. It's so magnificent. I think of Nicky Palma Hypono.
The year.
Yes. Momo Nicky Pao, will come very Nicky Pa. I quite much like to no more Kanisum.
Kepa.
Mokbook or Kanisum. Yes, or Moko Kanisum. Now, Eric, I've said this, Mr. Lampard has overachieved at Chelsea. Looking at Martial's about 2 years now. What you mean? Now only need to be super sign player. And why am Martial no? He has overachieved. But the heart of the rich man, I keep on saying, it's like the rain cloud that forms whilst the sun is shining. No one knows whether it will rain or not. Chelsea team no. History says a new plan that since Papa Besumo no. Neka. Team your blueprint that why say you sure to find out Manchester United. That's why you don't make me win Europa. Yes, that be a ball of one born be Chelsea there, Papa should Asempa Champions League, not join Champions League into 1 year wasa. Plan be in Chelsea, obi because plan Chelsea or that. Hey, Chelsea ni plan. Papa go 4 years and not say as watching buffer the news. Oh, there say all the open oh yeah. And the matter say Chelsea for a card whole what I'm signings here. Ampa na Kenyan Panka Chelsea na deadline day, not helicopter na mwem. No go find the car agidin bi wo Newcastle gidi ba and the car run be. Chelsea do make gidi. I say Fernando Torres ba gidin with Liverpool. Gidi school we are seeing Fernando Torres. Oba ya amo se wasa. You know you na juma papa ese maso da e mo play boy Italy. Me say mo go find by force. Oba so say oboma bo papa hwe no. The Chelsea plan any plan ben. Lampard no because of obeto nkwara na no oya kwara coach. No fi championship buy no. No to me yes adwuma no. Na dey hu say what say ye to am Lampard no. Expectation be high. Enti nkwara na eye mo obomudin. Game o future what onye bi mo biem. Chelsea and Kevin Durant so Chelsea player. Yeah. Mbappe, Chelsea player.
Yes.
Chelsea. Oh, masa Chelsea players and kwara omo tun egu wiase. And the Chelsea no need plan. And no, as I said, Dan say, yeah no. Arsenal Man United
Asempa FM.
Because they were Venga Koy na Arsenal for no. Unse get team this year no. Omo shi team na se nyina no to be do meye. But we share the meye so person mo GBB at least. That's why Coutinho was signing say abufo sem. Do over no alone no 1 year.
Abufo no sem.
Because Monton Pekon agents no dey ba na connection no. Agents abawi say do mo yero no. Obafa Adam for one is place on Tonya and saying and down no to the cat on the gym. Now Coutinho only you say 1 year loan. Akwa nam Germany bomb bonnet Coutinho to mbo. Or no on your bio mechanical football. Don't you boss abo na ye bo Germany wono. Enfama no. And a shadow say war Barcelona hono. Sasa do so na suma no. Don't you boss abo Barcelona. Into better place up Coutinho to boy England. Na England no so team obo pepa. Fefe defe. Arsenal and no Brazilian obichabo. Now say 1 year loan. Fasoma also. William they also plus.
JCB jam chame bo funu me.
No say o share still Ansu Fati. Still Ansu Fati. Still Ansu Fati.
Me minimum
Still Ansu Fati.
Okay.
So o share a team. What history say me dem na and asema papa kan emu pan say o tun bo Chelsea kwala dey say na won tun promote play bien fi Asempa phone but we be me say
kwala ni di mama
me obi nka say akwade bulletin
kwala ni di
Adamu dey give me the chance this is in Nkwan now o dey share Bukayo Saka o fi fa na bae Arsenal player o fi be na bae Arsenal this season wa buru bi I never can play for Pom wa share Brazil ni ya na say o extend the coach this striker what's the name na Smith buy amfa Rob Holding Arsenal go for the on pro of Birmingham Arsenal go for Birmingham Nkatia Arsenal
okay
akwana muslim we organ no of Arsenal nti hwe on ofi ba the same Arsenal you will be a friend reasoners Arsenal player this is Obobi ofi academy no
ne bokeka na say impact
what boy making impact I think I so Obo Arsenal Pablo Mari munyi na gugu just Arsenal players Martinelli Brazil no Belo they will be and then Chelsea keep up passing Leno Chelsea. Yeah, share on one feature woman him. Do share Arsenal team yeah and
Arsenal will
future no 3 teams in here and I don't know how many defense. Including Man United. If the more you be yeah about team that 3 teams in Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United. What's Man U there or your board kofa magwa by ben on fire. And even you can't just bet your last one on just one player. Central defense who equally good partner or other man. Number 3 one and no kwa be o mo tin kan aka eba nti me hu asem ya o be first ko be da chire bebre because it's so simple say bakun obit my board even seeing Timo Wuska pan with England and then Manchester no change my board same Man United go to player you turn 400 million but that player no or balance one share 5 goals to compare no ye fan ye nhwe nim biem the Chelsea there planning no papa no also da so he bibi a man no make so obaji team no ebi ma team no to obo campaign nwenu nko akire ono nye Jessica no so premier ni ba we so ko mayu na o ma iska for bom nye premier for to mo odwene ho that's the difference and I can back sustainability Chelsea nkan bi Chelsea na wo ma flash na
Asempa FM
obi otumi ye be back to back man premiership no also otumi ye champions ko pamo ko ye that's Chelsea for you they don't have any history they must say most me the on team no better first on also the consider fifth by because nko tweza say apoi on get na you the book no the buy no the consider buy adamu fa kate on ko the kate the buy nya so emu so tumi make no make
sankwala na asem de nka bi me metan kora
so hwe Chelsea Lampard no ufi say pans akwe wanje cup in the next 2 years o 5 years o Lampard better just 5 years Lampard masa Man United omo joko klo ole say ya o de bo champions kekama say ole say adebito ya Man U Champions League ya bana awo ho unless they could say hunu bi but Chelsea there Lampard e jani ni na chi o because even tell omo so just no tema na ye bewie eyi na wasa na God of top 4 omo fi say kwa na e bia na Man U be pa no ho gidi omo fi say wan to hwe na ye be to ma no Timo Werner eba Ziati eba. Harvard eba. Na man you are teachers a 3. Na ko team me no Ghana. Be be overnight. Nti no team one man show. Oda so da ya ono nkwado hu ye no na ese ekoso no. You can't compare that to team ma ye board no be chana adwene. That one Chelsea be team ono otie the whole UK obi adwene na offer decision. I may say it will stop clock. Deadline day because of Chelsea. Me pause clock. Helicopter fly player call the other side. Ntomo de you can't tell the team say obi say scapa Chelsea in the next 5 years. Don't say scapa Chelsea.
Chelsea. But even with the young guys are not Bob Mudini at the adi.
Why? I'm say omo Lampard be Chelsea onu say yen kwala adwuma but ye to ba no san kwala no ntum dim biem.
I started to do it.
Ono mo yedan onfo mo nyehwe. Omo believe in quality no two other teams no. Omo feel class one Manchester.
Asempa FM.
That's not London. In case we beat here, that's not London. Manchester there. Omo class baby.
Ghana ka Manchester here.
Ka Manchester wo kwa bibrem. Go kwa bibrem. Kwa bibrem side no. You know so simple.
Let me person me.
In the next 5 years no. It will either be A United, B Arsenal or Arsenal United and Chelsea because we
the Chelsea don't find him Mamukra. But which of the teams is better suited to you back?
I'm the structures which are Arsenal Man U now structure. We only be
back because he asks which of the clubs.
I say Arsenal so you might say credit to me I will even go for United first, Arsenal second. Chelsea will say Scapa Benfa. Sike hunu say wrong by say go mu. There's some e di no ntimi o. Chelsea. We don't be seen next 3 weeks. Obeto sa na Lampard muso nka no anko Premier League ni bi na wo hwe team ye wo ya Lampard beje next season hwe club team yi Lampard beje man you want to hwe no our history o so Chelsea they need to be super and sana overtake and also many time and I have Chelsea supporters no and I do Ghana o come as on say that only time and if you play football team na coach here what we call sustainability time. One day I say, oh, let's talk about Bejibi, and they're flashing the pan once in 20 years, 30 years, we film. That's why Arsenal League no GB. By FA Cup, I consistent. Okay. Community shield.
All right, that's fine.
But Chelsea already, Papa, and of course, me Premier League, me Champions League one, yeah. But wait,
I think you have made.
On coach FN Scolari. We're going to be
Chelsea.
So time when Papa say, what she say, Abramovich, or say, Moruno, Ubo matcha, Uda first, Arsenal that third. But as a match be a pack here, Ubo match appointed them into Bobo FA. The ball FA into Pam, you know, Scolari by Philippe Scolari. Into Papa, then also so that ya. There was no other NSAC. The guys and then, maybe go for Ghana about you being Bobo Pam, say, it's so rules and say, oh, wow. Young fan na omo mama Chelsea NSAC. Chelsea team. All
right. Asempa 94.7 FM. The big question na you go so talimua yede epreho. Wo so mayenyo adwenhye e wo ye big question ho ene anyemre. Wati Mo Shabanka wati Mr. Nobunka Mr. na Justice Arthur wa asanso na Asiedu demu enso a. Asiedu twi microphone na minti wo so adwenhye wo big question ho.
Yeah, Eric. A very interesting this question Webisa and our production Webisa and I'm surprised me Nyan Medi can analyze it on the face value without even considering the financial fair play regulations. I will because I doubt say players are Mo Shaban at least say Chelsea in Kofana. Chelsea can bring those players and still be able to run within the financial fair play rule. Menoka say, oh here Chelsea wage bill. Chelsea wage bill is 246 million pounds.
Asempa FM.
They are the fourth highest club on wage bill was in the EPL, and their wage bill is 55% of the turnover on and within the last 2 years now it has risen from 221. Now our profit before tax at Chelsea 30%. I mean 30 million, which means they are coming down as against the last few years. Now Man City Man City profit before tax £10 million. Until one place Man City the abano. Konako here they are going to pay them. A very strategic signing. We are bringing a top player that will cost us less. You get a picture. So the question to ask is say, how much is Chelsea paying Timo Werner? How much are they going to pay ZH? How much are they going to pay Kai Havertz? How much are going to pay Oblak? They quantify say how much are they going to make in turnovers? Because currently almost £448 million. So the financial aspect, and based on the fact that they were fourth on the league table, Sika Umubenya from revenues in a drop by 1/4. Unfortunately for them, in the last 10 years, they are not playing the game and listening to their and the game that will let TV right holders say you better more of your matches. And that is what Manchester is doing right. Because despite the fact that Man U has not won the league in 7 years, they still have the highest number of matches shown on TV. Not even Man City or Liverpool. I think last year Liverpool was second. This season, the analysis hasn't come out. But I won't be surprised if Man City will have, Man United will still top. So, in as much as you want to build your team, you are still trying to beat that financial fair play rule. I am my Emma Oban. Emma players no be you enforce you to release some of your players. So Chelsea is at a very critical stage, especially looking at how profit before tax can keep dropping by the year. Because ODN can see the other two now. Arsenal profit before tax is 70 million, which is about more than 50% of what Chelsea is doing. And we have a wage bill. Arsenal's wage bill is 240 million. They are fit. They are just one step behind your friend saying Chelsea. That is why I agree with the point that they are very reluctant in bringing Thomas Partey. Because when you bring top players from the La Liga, their wages here high. And Thomas Partey will obviously cross the 100,000 pounds pay friend structure. No. So if they are bringing Partey and there were about two top players, even William, William will not come for less than 100,000. William will not come. Coutinho will not come. No matter how pay cut or take it from Deben, he will not take less than 100,000. It means that you get it. It means that Arsenal's wage bill will now go up. Now, team are wire fantastic business, and you see, from the way I'm seeing things, Liverpool may dominate for 3-4 years. Why? Because Liverpool's tax after everything is 125 million. They are retaining much more money from the money they are making than any other team in the EPL. Because they have players and their players and their staff with bill awards from. Now, Arsenal COVID-19 buy I see Obian fan a pan and black. Okay, so Arsenal players can say Arsenal should come and justify why they should reduce their pay. Now, she Arsenal yes, Ozil. Now, she will plan on the coin. Yes, you are for 5 points in Brad. Look at what just and they want to think about money. Everything Arsenal went to think is about money. But how can you run football without money? How can you run football and you don't want to spend your money? You want to return all the money I owe you. Now, the first one I say they are going to do a 12.5% pay cut for 12 months from April 2020 to March 2021 for their top players. 2, the full amount is then refunded if Arsenal qualify for the Champions League. Did they qualify for the Champions League? Did Arsenal qualify for the Champions League?
Europa. That's why someone said, no, that's why people have. But you can microphone. 3. Oh, this point is in Sakawa. They had a plan behind it. Let me say, Ghana, no, about from where they are almost scientific. I do you kicking your trunk one.
3. If Arsenal do not qualify for the Champions League, no money is returned back.
I'm so qualify you. That's why I'm qualified.
They say Ghana here call Olympic Games.
Yes, thank you.
4. If Arsenal fails to qualify for the Champions League but qualify for Europa League, the cut becomes 7.5%. So it's a place in Asia Kene. Say apa. Say champion based on but they are not. You see how Arsenal they are. 5. If the season does not finish or Arsenal does not get full money from broadcasters, they would broadcasters, then they will ask the players to find a further solution. Now, William, these are Arsenal's problems. You expect Arsenal say they are able to retain Aubameyang to attract top quality players, because players will come to your club based on what you have. Materials are worth.
Wine and
many. Now, as we speak, what's the name of your coach?
Arsenal.
Arteta. Mikel Arteta is struggling to even put Aubameyang before table to have that discussion, with juicy offers coming from top clubs like Barcelona. So if you are unable to retain player and other players now, don't forget that it is not even only the performance but the clout. Now here's a team now, Lacazette need that clout. Nicolas Pepe doesn't have that clout. Dani Ceballos doesn't have that clout. The only player with the clout, so I wonder if Arsenal will extend his contract. David Luiz. You see, so in the last few years,
where clout means
means player or what that no confidence or what so
because it not point to me design a class.
No, say player or what so
don't catch us and then no o match
Azil.
Yes, and it's the most highest.
And Azil is not staying. He's not staying. So within the next 3 years, Arsenal, even though they are retaining lots of their money, Sky Omoye, and they are retaining lots of them, they are not putting it into the playing squad, even with their coach. If Arsenal had a proper plan, they may have not gone for Mikel Arteta.
If they had a proper plan,
yes, they may have not gone for him. They would have gone for an instant hit. Not even Unai Emery they brought at the time.
Really?
But Unai Emery is not an instant hit. That's why the success are what talking there. He's not. He doesn't have that proven track record.
To give me names, who and who will you give me?
Oh, yeah. First, Zidane.
Instant hit. Is it not because you're giving an opportunity like Arteta is being given?
Okay, not because Zidane, like Jurgen Klopp. You him. Me person, I respect the production. You person me call. Yes, I'll go back. So the Bami friends here, so that you instant it, you coach a what we need be that, and no be our try like Gasperini. Me, I won't put Gasperini as my top coach.
Really?
Obviously, like Mauricio Sarri, I know Odima Besiani. Mauricio Sarri was doing double what Gasperini is doing at Atlanta when he was at Napoli. Kairi Casemiro. He was doing more than that. Mauricio Sarri, but he was not winning. That is the point. Nigelsmann for a Mönchengladbach. Yes, that is in Indiana one year. That's not what we are. But we are talking about Klopp. What best stop a dominance? You get a point, because nobody who born dog to challenge Bayern Munich at the Bundesliga. You got it. So I'm saying, Senka Arsenal, if they had a chance, they would have gone for such coaches or winning coaches. So we did not having any plan in terms of their playing and even their technical setup. I cannot go and foolishly stick my neck and say they are well placed for success within the next 3-4 years. Because before you think of becoming success within a specific period of time, you should have a target, and that target is that who are my contenders, who am I chasing? That's the point. And now Obia Obefa book is me person me challenging, or should I say what is Liverpool doing right, what is Manchester City doing right? And the question is, who is that club ready to chase Manchester City and Liverpool? It is not only being and I think as a kind of success. The most successful team in English football today is Leeds United.
Okay.
Because for 3 consecutive seasons they have thrown their heads out trying to qualify for the Premier League and they are able to qualify. But that's not the point. You can be successful in your to say Wolverhampton Wanderers in the last 3 years. They have been very successful in their own area.
Their own way.
What do I say? In their own way. But becoming successful is like Arsenal, who's won the Premier League 3 times, being successful within a specific period of time. Also back to your old stage. And Arsenal doesn't have that.
Wow.
Now, who come Manchester United? This is their wage bill. Their turnover is 590 million. It's the highest in the league. And you obviously will get it because they are having much more match day revenues, much more television broadcast, and they are doing less business in terms of how many players. Man United top players or Mucho do 10. We Pogba, we Bruno Fernandes, Asan. Apart from Boyo Piano, Yano or Jessica Gu, you can of £60 million for scoring 3 goals. You could earn about £35 million to go and play for Inter Milan. Yes, so Eno is out now. Manchester United wage bill at £296 million, which is the highest in the Premier League, and they won't want to maintain that. Manchester United want to reduce their wage bill, and even Sanchez and Lukaku going is a step in reducing that wage bill. Yes, so because they do 50% of their turnover now. Manchester United wage bill is so high. Also, I catch you say Man City at 10 million profit before tax. Manchester United there 26 million. And if you are not careful, and it is a bottom, we say about top players, Man United are already because the more you bring top players and you want to pay them much more, your profit before, for instance, starts coming down. Then you are entering into the UEFA financial fair play. You are entering into the red books. So.
And do you so believe in that thing?
The wage bill and
no, the financial fair play.
Yes, based on the UEFA, the cash ruling. No, I believe it. I believe it
on cash ruling on Man City.
Yeah, yeah, me believe it. Yes, I believe it. No, the my mentor so you be do. So, Man United with that clear plan now, only the buyer that let's go into the academy. We have lots of players there. Now what they are doing is that they are releasing most of the academy boys to be able to get players a fit into. And I say me also more release they buy AC Milan. I won't say I think is it Hertha Berlin is also coming from Chong. So that strategic
not to club at them fine.
Correct. Exactly. So whoever you plan now, they can be sustainable. It can sustain them within the next 5 years. So that if they are able to make, because don't forget, say man you and Kasasi can man you a cabi over £170 million via Glazers no. When they put the team in the New York Stock Exchange, they are fighting that one.
FM.
So in fact, when it comes to top players, Man United is out. Unless that plan that we were able to do it with the 92 squad. And you talk because 92 squad the players from the same was the Mike Hughes where they brought him, then they brought one other defender, I've forgotten the name, they brought King. They brought about 4 players we pay. And I'm building that team. That's what they want to do now. But the question is that would it be sustained? Would it results within the next 4 years? I think no. My no is based on the fact that Man City and Pep Guardiola, I don't know who are their scouts. I don't know who are their Man City minimum the technical your friends because very reasonable signings player and the banner top quality. Nibo and Shada Nyedin Bia on Jessica Bibre so. So you need a team that can do these 3 things. Player no ba Obo Nyedin 1. Obama me results. Min Chia Bibre so. Man City is doing that.
On paper.
Yes, on paper they are doing that. But forget about your underground. Let's talk about reality. What we can see with our eyes.
That is how much important. That is how much is earning. That is.
You see. Now, do you know what? There's something that is also happening. Man City got player one team be anko home. So it allows Manchester the opportunity to negotiate at their own will. Jadon Sancho, what is the cost of Foden? Jadon Sancho cannot be better than Foden.
Really?
I mean, but Sancho at £108 million. Why? Because it is Manchester United. Because Manchester call home. So you mistake and then Manchester is Liverpool now home. And you want Chelsea do as an account. But Man City is the only club that goes on to a player Obianko. Because psychologically people think that Man City will beat you to it.
Oh gosh.
Into a phone call. Look at how many players are you do my back your training grounds or how they saying. Oh,
I'm training ground.
Manchester United. Look at how many players are Ferguson and Kasangasa, Mourinho, Luis Van Gaal. I saw Sunday Abaho. You do my museum. I got Chom Bibia. Adechi no kwa Chelsea. Mikai Willian. Mikai Pedro.
Player
ya dina about ya chia ni Jesse jedina koto ya chia no bebia adechi no sign for Chelsea. So Man U is at an disadvantageous point to the extent that when they go for any player no the wages was through. So within the next 4-5 years Man U cannot go for any blockbuster signing. And me know cause I have lots of doubts whether Jadon Sancho deal will go through. Yes, because I know Dortmund penny back because I see they've not had any concrete discussions with Manchester United.
United for 70 so almost Charlie. That is when you
got it. So I cannot stick my neck out here and say that only plan will work within the next 4 years.
All right. It's Sancho Kasa time ko.
Chelsea man you are high go for me say so monko almost 3 times
and I make say almost say so the so
now
what for just go high under agent so no negotiate.
Oh here Chelsea I'm wage bill at 246. They are 4th highest in the English Premier League. 55% of their turnover. Now their profit before tax is 30 million.
Before the sale of Willian,
so
Pedro,
so
offloading players and bringing in.
Yes. So the question is, those who are offloading and those who they bam will they match? No, but Kepa kwa you won't bring somebody who is taking less than how much at Kepa is taking. Because Oblak is expensive than Kepa today. It don't make money now say Ogofa Oblak Pamo Kepa Agofa Oblak I'm Osika Swati.
So Ogofa young goalkeeper be.
But there's this planner I think I'm tempted to give Chelsea a bit of the as against all the other two. Now I'm gonna say Chelsea traditionally do not have plan like Amisti said. But for the first time the first plan is that year 1 is to stabilize the club, and year 1 was last year when they brought Lampard and brought Peter Cech, the only club in the world or more loan players coordinator. Chelsea. Or no manage because at the point not Chelsea really few players come. Chelsea had about 52 players on loan, and they were all playing at top level.
It's one top players.
So they had to bring Cech to be that manager to do the coordination. And I understand so only Lampard coordination has gone on very well. So that was plan 1. In fact, they didn't envisage in their plan 1 they said I'm qualify for Champions League. They didn't envisage somebody do FA Cup final. So now they have overachieved. Year 1 there, overachieved. So year 2 and year 3, much more like year 1 and 2 of the plan blend together. Chelsea is truly only a few players away from a return to the top. Ziyech and hopefully Werner bring that closer. But a new left back and perhaps a new centre back and a goalkeeper sends the Blues right into year 3 because the year 3 is that Chelsea can come back to win the league, and this is clear cut. Yeah, that's exactly.
Pressure never know. The pressure never.
See
sustainability. I see the Chelsea.
Chelsea first season under Lampard was normalization.
Yes, Omaye normal. So, so this year,
pressure never.
So this year they are looking to now the answer.
Sustainability. To me. All this plan now.
It's a Yama normalization in the area. I feel like Mammy and Co.
Yes, man, I don't know. Lampard, for the first time, we'll make it points. Now, see, Chelsea did not have plan. But for the first time, Lampard can be left for Chelsea to work for about 6-7 years.
No, as for that, at the moment it looks so that they will give him a long time to work.
It looks so.
Chelsea trophy. Unfortunately, there was no.
No, it looks so because there was no
Man City.
So by force, they didn't allow me to go into the nitty-gritties.
So which club do you choose?
No, it's obviously Chelsea. Looking at how they want to build and even
not even United.
Oh no, United, you know, a long term because they are doing a remove, fix, drive. Let's test drive. A far and
Matramakwe. And now what's United any plan there? Chelsea.
No, Chelsea, they are this clear cut. They have identified the loopholes.
They are working towards it.
And they are working towards it.
Those who have the blueprint and they are following it.
They have not identified.
Okay, hold on. The difference is that the difference. Yeah. The difference is that those who have the blueprint, they are not sure exactly where they are going to pick the materials because you can't tell me say you are building a team and your concentration is that there should be a hit from the youth level. And you are not identifying top players from other parts of the world who are instant hits. And then Greenwood, now you see Matramakwe and Alpha. So they can only hope that he's better next season. They can only hope that he doesn't become another Rashford. You get a point?
But that guy is never bad.
No, I'm saying that yes, this is his first season. Rashford.
Now
listen. Mr. Greenwood should not be another Rashford.
Okay.
I'm saying so because if Aubameyang in 3 seasons has produced 78 goals, has been consistent in the last 2 years, producing over 25 goals a season. This is tried and tested. Not Rashford who cannot give me 15 goals per season and I cannot stick my head on him. That is the point. Exactly. So I'm saying that oh, I'm saying every season. Every season. I am saying that if they put you Aubameyang, you put you Rashford, who Arsenal ni one of the fans on top.
Oh no, but
no, that's the question. I'm saying that I am praying Greenwood doesn't become another Rashford, and this is the fact.
Rashford is not bad.
He's not bad, but he's not the best. Rashford, Martial is far better than Rashford. Martial is far better than Rashford on any day. Martial can give you the goals you need on any day than Rashford. Martial can stand up to the occasion on any day than Rashford. Okay. The only thing, the difference is that Martial is not English. So, if Midimanu per what I've seen and per the concretized effort by these 3 clubs, I think Chelsea is better positioned to be on top and even to challenge Leicester City, Manchester City and Liverpool at the top, and not the 2 teams in the next 4 years.
Wow! All right.
This production must never be missed.
Sorry.
Not even how this is say. This production must be kept forever. This production must be kept
because you come back to it.
Yes.
You come back to it.
As some just for the Lampard. When I don't do on some do no. Now the ball be see.
Even if coaches are and can be able to me, I was telling you only because over the back of the 92 for because no man is see here even the beginning of the season where you any normal Ole still okuta Manchester. Na here ka culture you bet to me you bet me keep na Ole anya la.
Eric, and Eric Ole beyond the coach of the three teams, the one you are sure say if they have a gap they can fill Chelsea. Today, if Aubameyang leave Arsenal, they will make Lacazette an instant replacement because they cannot go to the transfer market and bring a top-notch player. Look, even Chelsea, with their so-called bad performance, look at Tammy Abraham, look at Giroud. If they were any club, they wouldn't have brought in Timo Werner. They would have asked that stick to them and improve upon their performance.
Okay.
But they feel that there's a gap. They want that strike. You cannot contest the English Premier League if you don't have a striker that will give you 20 goals per season.
Adamu. Now
That is why Man City this season when Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus failed to produce that 20 goal mark, they are not winning the league. That is why this young man, what's his name? This small boy. Jimmy Vardy, small boy Vardy. Oh, a small boy. That is why he,
small boy in the country,
at his age, produce. Look at how many goals and look at where the Leicester is. Look at Sadio Mane and Salah, the goals they have scored, and look at their position. You cannot rely on everybody should score to win English Premier League. You need that figurehead. You need that Thierry Henry. You need that Drogba. You need that Alan Shearer. Exactly, to win the league. So if you are telling me that you cannot fill the void of Aubameyang, you cannot fill the void of Tammy Abraham, you cannot fill the void of Marcus Rashford, and you want to contest English Premier League, you are dreaming. You are living in the fool's paradise.
For how many seasons? And again, go King, welcome. Spurs are just saying, Erico. Spurs can count to almost player with 20 goals at least. But say no, they don't matter. Mr. Chelsea go ya go far. Torres, Torres, the whole England. Also say obi a Chelsea buy no kind. Obon who we boy na yes about how many goals?
Chelsea India. I'm
going to say Chelsea no. I know only for player the whole almost 100 goals a year about Chelsea. So one match and for man no man go plan to small to me and watch game.
But Eric, yeah, analyst. We are just projecting into the future. And so projecting into the future, club or no, or you prepared to move beyond the expected limits, no. And I can.
Of course, take a different twist.
Obviously, but based on and question, I'll be saying any there. It is Chelsea.
Erico, and one additional factor: 2016 Chelsea G Premier League, no, under an era, Man City were formed pa. Now Antonio Toto Conte, wababa for Chelsea. Now Obi Ashesa can build the team because now Victor Moses, Marcos, all the players were around. Now, Oba na instant hit. Now Chelsea, Chibuya no abominti. Even among these top clubs, Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, team all character. Currently in the last 5 years, Chelsea, and everybody team all character, team all confidence. Look, Chelsea character. You the Ben Trophy. Who say Chelsea? Say Ben. Every cup for man go final.
So Ben one.
But Chelsea in the last 5 years, even in their worst state, they be what? Making sure say top 4 no. To me maintain top 4 position. United have struggled since the World Champions League. One more. Team our character.
But go back to one.
Me see.
Oh, the by marking scheme by.
Yeah.
Also be a trophy.
Asempa FM.
Also, Obi Ashwa trophy.
Yes.
I will tell you so much glimpses of club. 5 years. Say it 5 years. Everything there. 2015 based in the chess.
Watching Europa.
Oh, what trophy saying?
Watching Europa. Watching Premier League 2016.
What trophy saying?
Until the can one Europa.
Europa, Manchester and GB.
Oh, that Oh, saying 5 years now.
No, me see.
What's the Arsenal, Manchester, and I just in the last 5 years. No, I'm so much saying. They okay too.
82
no 5 years. Not sure Arsenal. What trophy saying?
Microphone lines ne so na ya mafie mama ya mafie time corner there. Premier League player of the season me pacho Madam Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, Jordan Henderson, Danny Ings, Sadio Mane, Nick Pope, Jamie Vardy. Well,
this season, race no shada moon shada nyading. So obviously, Kevin De Bruyne stands tall ahead of the players. Danny Ings for Southampton, right? He did share 22 goals, and for a mid-table club, not player be shed those number of goals. No, Ohia recognition trend. The performance is not as he did last season when even or when winning league. You know, this year maybe COVID-19, you couldn't see the best of him last compared to last season. Don't forget that last season was Liverpool's. I mean, for me, their best season, despite the fact they didn't win the league. So, Trent comes in. No, obviously.
All right, that Premier League manager of the season.
Manager of the season, you see. In the past, Ghana Premier League, manager of the season, I had challenges with it. Say now they be a champion. Let me say, let's do a proper analysis and ask ourselves: say, one, how much was available for the coach in question? What was the resources available for the coach in question?
Asempa FM.
Which players did he have, and what impact did he make in the league? Did he make surprise wins? Did he squeeze surprise resources? Say So I'm looking at that Sheffield coach,
Chris Wilder,
having been promoted first time into the Premier League. Then some results are all chalky with that limited resources, because according to even the entire squad of Sheffield. Now they compare, maybe it's just about 3 players in Manchester City or even Liverpool. So if such a coach can turn things, anything besides they did Nana Santon any because I feel that looking at the squad he had and his consistency, he should have been there.
All right.
It's obvious they give to Klopp, but I would have given it to that
Sheffield United manager,
and now even Rodgers.
Okay.
Rodgers home,
Brendan home,
even Rodgers.
Leicester. Okay. Mr. Arthur, Klopp, Lampard, Rodgers, Wilder.
Oh, me the Bama club because I mean, last season, this season, a Juma club, I mean, no doubt. Coaches no be cry no more contested no. A do baby no more give up. It tells you, obi on no ball league na the contender watching no almost a club the.
All right. Mo, when I Bama, or Bama Lampard on to me didn't tell. Oh, so Lampard coach ya.
Club. Over 30 years now Liverpool NG Premier League. Obaye Washisha Nyaman the last 3 seasons. Continuous progress and I feel we were and it made it very simple for Liverpool to be the man. But my best player no, I think say I'll go for Jamie Vardy. As at last season, not check players are more competitive for goal no. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino Munina, players are Sergio Kun Aguero Munina, top players in the EPL. They could give you competition. Harry Kane, also injury hard. No? Among all these top players, now you have a certain Jamie Vardy or Leicester City.
Okay.
Make a lot of impact.
All right. Amnesty.
Yes, sir.
The Ubakon is saying player of the season. Okay. Manager of the season. Manager of the season.
And even goalkeeper, best goalkeeper, very wrong. Yeah, the whole world. I hear number of saves. I'm going to say, you should be a saver. You will still move save. Yeah. And yeah, Pep won watching as well. You have to start it about or make it 5 saves. Now you pass. And not chino. Manager no. Materials no. And we check his phone and send out to me mom.
Yeah.
Asempa FM.
You say, Pep dream. Crop a dream. I'm going to film coaches because Chris what you want know. So.
What about my will?
Oh,
not Klopp.
Klopp in 30 years and
who know? Wow.
And
all right.
Saying for him to be the more important championship or more. But Klopp 30 years and behind.
All right. All right. Later tonight's live commentary: Barcelona versus Napoli. Na Brian Sony Chelsea dia na FFia ho. Na FFia ho kama. Eti bibia da di mo bia Sony adia. You be phone lines no. Na yan tumi an blind check but bibia cool ni adia. It also has a focus illusion best player.
Eriko, who you have to focus fan start soon. Start soon, ma. Because you can't be playing every season. Say be able to keep play because they say I want starting can Daniel Bani 3 years Michel Sapon. In the next 2-3 years, contract they would extend because when who so be yebi. And
Okay.
from Kizito time, Thomas Abe, and now who play our fan if you drafts 1 man platform. By this time next season, Captain Bob,
Hey.
no leading has.
Hey.
Then you leave this player to go for free. Very, very disappointing. Very. Who your house manager, who can management no one. You've disappointed the supporters. You should keep these players.
You have to ask what goes on.
Nothing has gone. Nothing.
No, but
No.
Nothing has gone.
If administrator. And there's a lot of things maybe as goes on now. You understand? Nobody maybe will leave ESO at this time.
I read that quote from the PRO saying said he wanted 1. They said normal man 1, Ebema 2, 3.
Exactly.
We are not ready to give you 1.
Is it bad? Should I pay 1 year for ESO? But next year has in no one passport. Then you should better go.
Okay.
What is he talking about?
Asedu.
Eric Unim.
So the Biani for this time they want to do something right.
As a folk. Eric.
Yeah, so
Eric.
that's why
You see, Eric, Unim say me that the me say football there 4 structures. Before team be successful, no, at least or say 2, you're very stable.
Effective.
And your board, your management, your technical team, your playing body. When you move correct, forget it. And that is the problem of House of Folk.
Wow.
House of Folk, the only place they are consistent is that they have a board at all times.
Apart from that,
They have not had. In fact, since 2005, House of Folk pony management. Since 2005, they have not been consistent in technical department. Same with playing department. How do you expect to go and find out programmer C Bucharest? Me see that C Bucharest you need the theory, no. Every club needs to do it. C Bucharest. It came 33 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Pello is the new manager of Juventus. Andre Pello. So man he's now been confirmed after hours of sacking. Pello. Yeah, I think Pello was part of that team that played the 2003 Champions League final, right?
Substantive head coach of Juventus.
You see, anything Maka say, no, it's good, Mami Cha, it's good. You know why? It's good. You know why? Italy for me see the whole world. Italy, Omunimbo Bosi Krubia, Omunimbo Musi Krubia, and the numbers are there to show. Italy have seen that a generation of coaches Marcello Lippi
Pello is a new manager of Juventus Football Club.
No, they were obsessed with De Bruyne. Sometimes we are obsessed with Italian football, even though they support team now.
And interestingly, I say Pello has the quickest promotion in football, and under 23 team required man no more ball. And at 23, I'm not 23 team or Juventus or more back or Christ. I say, is a crying. Did not cry. They said Juventus, Madrid in Colano. Oh, he was an assistant for good job here. And at 23 team, man go coaching back. So I'm on I go into my yeah. Only say on a Pavel Nedved. They will transform the club into a Champions League winning. And they will transform Juventus into a Champions League winning side. But Eric, on the House of Folk thing, House of Folk has not gotten any stability in terms of coaching, management, and taking a playing body. And someone tries some corrective way. They always Mamicho only say House of Folk in the last 10 years every winning trophy BI. And they forget that one of the things that players consider before they come to a club. I say, team no we need trophy na. They be I paying for ya can say. Player no come and United or him so how do trophy. And to call him Liverpool and Man City. They forget that it is also at their backyard. They forget that
Ediana Stars Ashanti Gold will be able to attract Mediama will be able to attract a player than House of Folk, even because of the number of trophies they are winning. But House of Folk at the Hanmo and the only history. But let me tell House of Folk that history is not enough. History alone is not enough. Some problem now after they are realizing that history is not enough. It is not enough to rely on past glories and not replicating what you did to chop those successes. Because in those days you had players who had stayed in House of Folk for more than 5 years. Why not today? And House of Folk, Mofa player Biaba, no be Kimping. And it because that Juventus team, no, because do you know why they are winning? Because even in intimidating grounds, they go and play. Last time in the Ghana match venues, Obisio and Tiasie, if you want to win the Ghana Premier League, you must be able to pick points at Baghdad, at Kabul, at Tripoli, at Kigali. Oh, you can walk on war zones. I say war zones. You must go there and be able to pick points. So like Takwa Park, my name no friend say Baghdad. Can we are soldier ni say ya kase ko Baghdad ko kun to kwa yembe. But obi onu wako world war wako there in okase on ko Baghdad or no a small place man. So if you have Joseph Eso, who's played the Bushra draft for about 3 seasons, wako every match venue in Ghana. Mami Cho, Opa check house matches. When they are even poor, Joseph Eso is a standout.
You be running gitty like cow.
You understand? So you need top players to join him to play.
No, but from the house's point of view, not giving him the 1 year.
Listen, do you know, excuse my language, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to the extent that you don't wait. You don't wait for a contract to finish.
Okay.
Mami Cho, Messi, ni contract na ka say ni amani bi account.
They say you got 1 year, one sign there.
Messi don sisi ada was sign. But go and check how many players you renew contract aka 2 years.
So young chairman in Sunday.
If they do 2 years, na so also renew am. Ti so ba me yang say, Aston for your plan. Na senior ya bote.
The guy is not yet to sign for House of Folk.
That's what I'm saying, say within that period
do that
justice. Yeah, it's not about player. Mami Cho. Players to buy Eric. Opa, we no opportunity for Bia when the players a team for 20 years. Abeka Cho say players to buy from 1930 is the same.
Do you have to know how to deal with
players to buy from 1930 players to buy the same. It is the management that must be able to know how to deal with them. Mami Cho, the day you before be Marcel 1 clear year, and I'm myself who said the day you be feel 1 clear year. So they made provisions for his departure. House of Folk, you don't wait for player and contract to expire. And now aso.
Eka 2 bi no.
Eka 2 and now 1 pepe no. Then you start negotiating. So
the players ready to do it.
Yes. So all sign. Oh, so question is that what for your 2017 as oh nyabuche
but only kasa
the player no say 2017 also on sign question why do you give him contract extension to renewal today I expire you don't even go into it
because only ready
so your argument is fraud your argument is fraud Eric and now you frame your show is last you go frame my last 2 weeks my Eric this you go frame me serious no senior player no only 2 years ago on may renew 1 year on may renew and their contract no the contract continue anything what are you talking about me see Andrea you go and check Andrea you feel myself 1 year kind of contract and there you 2 years on the contract call one sign and do 1 year and there you know 1 year on this contract now myself back out to announce it to the public that and there you is leaving myself after the next season so what are you doing defending the friends of the club
so the club
and the history is that Mamicho the
club don't hear bonus or mark player
yes no because they have that history Thomas Abe Kwame Kizito Inusa Musa Vincent Atinga and listen piling so nobody can come today and justify say player me see players to buy Papa do any players at the man say and the players from Musuma different from another players to buy from 19-0 basin players to buy the same player no obama wa on feel say why kese. It is for you to have a proper management to be able to convince the player to the extent that someone so on renew mawa you cash in on him. In the 2017 player you told him and get money.
I like this one. You told him.
That's the point. Say player no sign. What the player no ka? What the player no ka 3 years? No my player no go free. Say
Zebobo. Abushia Edwasi Akwanta Joe na eto so at 6:45 here the live commentary never share so come up. Zebobo. Shake your body, move your belly. Me pacho Agonda na ani. Ada muzu na. Na be Champions League 6:45. Agonta Joe be share finfiansa na yato aso. Mo Shaban, Mr. Justice Sata, and Mr. Noble, Asedu Demo, all no one and Hemini Mudijuma is Ansona, the producer, Sergio Manucho, with support from the entire sports crew, Grace Mensa, social media. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. The Cancer Life is a story to be written, not a problem to be solved. If you let God be your author, you are in for a happy ending. God is my author, make him your so fine Papa next week. Yamia Tumna Tumbi Tumi, another exciting edition, Bepro, sponsor Venue One.
Asempa FM.
Kejuana Gasanye, Eric Asiedu Boadi, Baba Koka. Get your growing by, get your gonna see. Thank you so much. Bye bye. I contact you, Bano.